Faster. Faster. This song's too long. Way too long.
And whose choice was
Faster.
that?
Faster. Faster. Here comes the warble. So I slowed it down. I think that's still too fast. That's it. Alrighty. Welcome everybody to another week of the StopGap, Stop Pants, Back Tits, Participation Awards, Bathtub of Crawdads, Anyone But the Haitians, Join ISIS, Small Knife, Ninja Pump and Dump, A10 Warthog, Overthrow the Bourgeoisie, Blocking My Blockchain, Black Hole Explosion, The Greatest Generation, Senator Congressman Jr., Money in the Dick Stand, Cosby Coffee Date, Peppa Pig Gangsta, Hoovia, Out of Shape Gay Puerto Rican Genie, Goodnight Biscuit, Soy Boy Momo, Canadian White House Fire, The Loneliest Tooth, Womp Womp, Just a Scotch to the Right, radio show. It's the week of June 28th. And in case you missed the headlines this week, we've got UNESCO has removed the Belize Barrier Reef from the endangered World Heritage sites in response to massive leaps that the government has taken to preserve the site and to revitalize the site. Sudan overturns the death sentence for a teenage girl who killed her husband that she was forced to marry as a child. North Korea cancels their anti-U.S. rally, removes most anti-U.S. propaganda, removes Kim Jong-il and Kim Il-sung from mandatory national oath. Trump flips his stance on them, claiming they are an extraordinary threat, and a satellite reveals that there is renewed nuclear action in North Korea. And finally, Erdogan has been elected president of Turkey once again. That's the wrap-up of the most important headlines of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed them as much as I did. Let's get going on the show. How's everybody doing? We have a fucking small panel tonight. Our panel is just...
pathetic, really.
It's fucking pathetic.
Also, condolences to everyone in Annapolis.
What?
Thoughts and prayers, man. Thoughts and prayers.
What happened to Annapolis?
Somebody stormed into a local newspaper and killed 5 people.
Why the fuck? Why? Dude, I hate the new Reddit because I no longer can, get my news from it because it's like, what's trending? Or the best results for you. It's it's turning into just another echo chamber, which it already was a bad echo chamber, but now it's like using algorithms to calculate what you'd most like to see. Like fucking Facebook, man.
And
it's
we
so
just
bad.
lost another one.
Yeah, later, Graham.
I don't know.
Sounds like that boyfriend showed up at his house now.
Yeah, seriously. Rip, Graham, I will never forget your way with the English language.
Dude, that's a sick fort you got there, Jerry.
Dude, I know. I'm happy with it.
That Annapolis thing, I think they're still trying to piece together exactly what happened. The last I saw, the shooter had some kind of personal beef with the actual newspaper, like there had been some sort of suit filed.
Oh, that was like 15 minutes ago. What the fuck?
No, it's been going on for a couple hours now.
Yeah, I think he was upset.
Who the fuck are you? Where did you come from?
Dude, my life fucked, dude.
You're just now learning that? How did we know that before you did?
This 50-50 dimension we're in. Everything's great here and shitty here. Like, as soon as something really good happens, something really fucking terrible happens every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Oh, wow. That's right down the street from the Naval Academy.
Yeah.
There's a maniac.
You're a maniac.
But they're trying to figure out what kind of maniac it is. Theoretically, it's a personally motivated maniac this time, which I guess is reassuring somehow, because that's the world that we fucking live in.
What happened?
He's a maniac on the floor.
Who had a vendetta, but also
Any stance?
Forgot bullets.
Hey,
Which thank God.
hey Jerry, how the fuck do I remove this chat from the side of this fucking OBS? It's showing my Twitch chat, and I'm not streaming to Twitch.
Oh, that you don't. I just switched to a different thing.
How?
No, there's like a different instead of preview, I'll go to scene or something. But no, there should be like a tiny little on the right side of the panel. You should be able to click that, and it should close it.
Wow, that works.
On the right side of the panel.
Or left side, depends on what it is.
Dude, there's nothing.
It's a zoom out. So if you click on the end of the bar, it'll pull back.
All right, here, Jerry. Let me show you what I'm working with right now.
No. Okay.
Oh, that.
Yes.
Holy shit! Thank you.
Yes.
Wow, it didn't show up until I fucking screen shared. All right, we're good. We're trying out a new OBS. That's why we're like fucking 12 minutes late. I could not figure out how to get it to stream to YouTube. But we're good now. It's fucking working now. Let's go.
Did that.
Fuck. Oh, if you notice, I added some new stuff that doesn't seem to be working. That YouTube view counter. I'm not sure why it's not working. Let's go ahead and take a look. See. Viewer count. Let's see why this isn't working. Ooh, that is fucking obnoxious.
I think maybe we should work on making a better podcast instead of bolting things onto it. It's like we're driving around in like a 98 Dodge Neon and we just put a boost gauge on it.
Nah, dude, you gotta fix it with duct tape. It'll be good.
YouTube viewers.
The more, the better. Don't you know that?
When the gas tank falls off, dude, you get coat hangers and just put it back on.
Like a Mexican car.
Like my old car.
Okay. Let's go. Why is it just okay? So the widget itself works, but for some reason when I add it to,
can you say widget still?
Yeah, you can fucking say widget. I'll fight you, douchebag.
I didn't know if you had called someone else.
No, let's just keep bolting shit onto this one and keep it up to date. Go to widget settings. Okay, what the fuck is going on with this? All right, Gucci swag. Lol.
I don't know. It's been a weird week for me. I can't even like comprehend getting my brain around the news at this point. Like, I thought I was depressed about the news, and I just get more and more depressed about the news.
Dude,
it's bad.
Okay. You want a fucking conspiracy to follow? That's the conspiracy we should be going after. Fuck, the world is flat. Who cares if there's a fucking Mandela effect? It doesn't affect any part of our fucking lives, right? None of that shit. It might trip you out, but it doesn't fucking affect you in a way. Whereas the news, it's actively affecting you, and I honestly feel like it's just meant to keep people depressed and keep people upset, so that we don't have the energy to deal with to fight the bullshit that they're putting out there.
Do you think that legalizing marijuana is the same reason?
No.
No,
I think
people lazy.
I think that's just a natural transformation of
anymore.
society. Society, like over time, society becomes more and more liberal, which is really weird because it seems to have receded lately. But it's shown that over time, society becomes more and more liberal as the youth has to deal with the problems that and technology evolves, but the older generation doesn't see an issue with the same things that the newer generation does. So then they bring it up and they force that legislation, and then the new generation once again sees the issues that they've been living with, and they need to modernize it. It's weird.
I don't think that's the thing. Like, I agree that it's like, what's that Martin Luther King quote about everything bends in a long slope or something or other? But like, the thing is, there's peaks and valleys in there. Like, Germany was getting more liberal, like, after World War I until Hitler showed up. Like, it's not like a smooth like slope. There's ups and downs there.
Okay, speaking of that, did I ever share with you guys that video "Don't Be a Sucker"? The 1946.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we
So,
talked about this last week.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I wish we could just fucking watch it, but I believe it's copyrighted by the U.S. government.
Stop it every couple minutes.
Every 8 seconds.
Stop it and we'll say something and then we'll move on. Or put some like
Just put a picture over it and it's transformative.
All right.
put a picture of
Hold
Chuck
on.
D.
I'm gonna.
Don't please die. Don't.
Although you got to say, totalitarianism has been making a big comeback in the news. So
Yeah.
there we go.
Didn't a socialist just win in New York?
Yeah, for like a primary, but like Erdogan in Turkey basically is president for life now, and theoretically they were a democracy at some point. So there's some backsliding going on.
Okay. So I don't think it's actually copyrighted at all. There is no copyright. Look at these. It's in the U.S. National Archives. Or shit in that copyrighted usually?
Public use.
No, I mean it. I mean the military isn't going to come after you. You're part of them.
Yeah, but I don't want to get a hit on the channel. We haven't had any hits, surprisingly.
You're welcome.
We're in good standing with the YouTube community.
You're welcome.
But no, if you read the description, it has the National Archives identifier, local identifier, the creator, the series of educational films it was from, the record group, the year it was produced.
I think you can use that.
Other titles. I don't see any copyright. But the problem is it's 22 minutes long, and I don't know if our viewers want to just sit through 22 minutes of this.
Is that some highlights?
Do we have some? I mean, it's hard. It's hard to encompass the whole thing because like there's a ton of content in it. Okay, we'll play the beginning and then I'll explain how that pertains to the rest of this. So let me go ahead and get this.
Yeah, because you kind of have to see it, right, for it to make sense.
Whoops, that's the wrong display. Properties, display capture. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. So, here we go. We're going to go ahead and let me go ahead actually put that up there. Put it under the viewer count. And then I shared it with you guys. Jump to 2 minutes and 16 seconds, I believe, or 2 minutes. We'll start at 2 minutes 5 seconds, but that's where the actual content starts. I'm going to go ahead and transition this over and play it for you guys.
There are all kinds of games and all kinds of suckers. Take Mike here, for instance. He's got everything, you might say. He's young, he's healthy, he's got a job. And he's got a country called America. It's a wonderful thing to have.
All right, fuck it. We're going to overlay the video over it.
Lots of room. Room enough to raise plenty of food.
Like a movie
Big
theater.
factories to make things a man can use.
This is exciting.
Big cities to do the business of a big country. And people. Lots of people. Enough to work the farm and build the factories. Dig the mines. Countries with different religions. Different colored skins. Free people. They can live together and work together and build America together because they're free. Free to vote, to say what they please, go to their own churches. Yeah, Mike's got something, all right. He's got America. But there are guys who stay up nights figuring out how to take that away from him.
I want to give you the truth, folks. The truth about America. I know you've got a lot of questions. You want to know why you're not getting the breaks you deserve. Well, I'm not a politician, but I've made it my business to study these things, and I happen to know the facts. Now, friends, I'm just an average American. But I'm an American, and some of the things I...
Real quick, did people actually talk like this? Like this guy on the pedestal right now. Did people actually like is this how they actually talked before, like back then? Because I feel like that's just weird.
Have you seen any like older movies? They definitely talk weird, like the Howard Hawks like neo noir stuff, like The Big Sleep and all that. Like they talk weird. I think people talked weird.
Okay, so they definitely talked weird.
Scripts used to be like 5 times as long because they used to go, you know what I'm saying? You know that fucking whole.
No, I mean like the entire voice, like how we are talking to each other right now in just a normal, non-synthetic. Were they like, were they trying to fix their voice at all?
They weren't, pal. Yeah, it was just like a fucking.
I don't know. How did it change so drastically in like 60 years?
Did it though?
It did. It really did.
Well, it's like 100 years, and it's.
This was 1947, my dude. That's like 70.
In 1920, they were talking like that too, though.
Yeah, but that means that at least 70 years ago they were still talking like that. All right, let's continue with the educational film. Let's go.
I see in this country of ours make my blood boil. I see people with foreign accents making all the money. I see Negroes holding jobs that belong to me and you. Now I ask you, if we allow this thing to go on, what's going to become of us real Americans?
I've heard this kind of talk before, but I never expected to hear it in America.
This fella seems to know what he's talking about.
Yes, he knows all right.
What's the answer? What are we real Americans going to do about it? You'll find it right here in this little pamphlet. The truth about Negroes and foreigners. The truth about the Catholic Church. Now, friends, these books are free. Paid for by real Americans who want others to know the truth.
Excuse me, young man, but are you actually going to read that stuff?
Sure, why not? You heard what he said, didn't you?
Yes, I heard. But do you believe in that kind of talk?
I don't know, makes pretty good sense to me.
I'm speaking to you as an American. And I tell you, friends, we'll never be able to call this country our own until it's a country without. Without what? Yeah, without what? Without Negroes. Without alien foreigners. Without Catholics. Without Freemasons. You know these people.
What's wrong with the Masons? I'm a Mason. Hey, that fella's talking about me.
And that makes a difference, doesn't it?
These are your enemies.
Did you guys get to the point where he talks about Freemasons? All right, that's a real poignant. I guess that's one of the bigger messages of this is that it's that one quote where first they came for the Jews and I said nothing, then they came for the Gypsies and I said nothing, then they came for the Protestants and I said nothing, and then they came for me and there was no one to. Yeah.
Except this time it's Catholics, you said?
Yeah, he said the Catholics. That was a big. A lot of people don't know, but the Catholics were also persecuted under the Nazi regime. I mean, they weren't Jewish persecuted, but because they had another symbol of power in their lives, Hitler decided to remove them. And
anything overtly religious.
It goes into that because it goes into that later in this. I mean, honestly, here I'm gonna post the link to the people in chat, and when you guys have some time, you absolutely should check this out. 1 second. We'll go back to this. Drop you guys that.
You should watch that link I just posted in there.
Did I just post my stream key? Nope, I didn't. Okay. Whew. I was about to change that. But we'll go ahead and listen for, I think, about I think it's like 2 more minutes, 2.5 or 3 minutes.
These are the people who are trying to take over our country. Now you know them. You know what they stand for. And it's up to you and me to fight them. Fight them and destroy them before they destroy us. Thank you.
Before he said Masons, you were ready to agree with him.
Well, yes, but he was talking about, well, about those other people.
But in this country, we have no other people. We are American people, all of us.
What about you? You aren't American, are you?
I was born in Hungary, but now I am an American citizen. And I have seen what this kind of talk can do. I saw it in Berlin.
What were you doing there?
I was a professor at the university. I heard the same words we have heard today. But I was a fool then. I thought Nazis were crazy people, stupid fanatics. But unfortunately, it was not so. You see, they knew that they were not strong enough to conquer a unified country. So they split Germany into small groups. They used prejudice as a practical weapon to cripple the nation. Of course, that was not easy to do. They had to work hard to do it. You see, we human beings are not born with prejudices. Always they are made for us. Made by someone who wants.
Oh shit, welcome Alicia. We're watching 1947 US government educational film on fascism. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it a little bit later because it has some points that I'd like to bring up that really mirror the political climate of the United States today.
Call it propaganda. That's shit.
Yeah, but mostly the whole separation.
Want something. Remember that when you hear this kind of talk, somebody is going to get something out of it, and it isn't going to be you. This is not classroom theory. I saw it happen.
Okay, so since we saw the bit that I really want to talk about, it's the whole they knew they weren't strong enough to conquer a unified people. So they sectioned them into classes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening in the United States today.
It always happens.
Yeah.
It happens with everything when they try to break something, the minority, when they try to break the minority down.
But I don't know. Maybe it feels worse. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm older and I can recognize it now, but it just
Feels worse than what?
It just feels like the tensions between, especially the two political parties, are just so much worse.
Yeah.
And every person comes with a label nowadays.
I think I saw a poll today that said 31% of people expect a civil war.
Yeah,
which was absurd to me.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if it was higher.
Well, no, dude, it's absurd to me because I remember like 6 or 7 years ago, like I was really drunk with one of my friends who was younger than me, and she was like obsessed that there was going to be a revolution and some civil war bullshit, and I just laid into her like, dude, that's fucking stupid.
Well, they need attention. You need it. They need it.
Okay, but like, I'm not making an argument for a civil war because obviously that's not a good idea by any stretch of imagination.
No.
But like, something at this point has to kind of change, right? Because I think by and large we're being governed by a minority party who's taken control of
Is that
2.5 of the 3 branches of government, despite the fact that they're a minority party?
What do you mean they're a minority party?
They're a minority party. President Donald Trump did not win the popular vote. And if you go back and look at the Senate, they didn't win the Republican Senate. If you go back and look at the actual vote margins for Democrats and Republicans, Democrats have gotten more votes in the Senate over the last 6 years than Republicans, but we have a Republican majority.
Yeah, they are a minority party, Graham. It's in
I don't know.
Well, I was almost
it's in numbers, yeah.
I thought you were meaning minority in the sense too, because especially when he first came in, it wasn't every single Republican definitely wasn't all like roses about it and just like, yeah.
They were not.
Yeah.
They were against him.
Yeah. So like there definitely was a lot of divide there as well.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the national level, the House of Representatives, despite being gerrymandered to fuck, they have a bigger advantage than they should have. But the House of Representatives actually had more Republican votes than Democrat votes in the last election cycle. But the Senate and the presidency were being governed by a minority party. It's weird. And they're using it to pack the judicial branch.
Well, I mean, then it's
always been like that.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything different than what.
Okay, but it hasn't always been like that, because if you go back and you look, there's been 5 instances where the candidate got more electoral votes, but still lost the popular vote. And the last two of those have been in the last
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years. Like, this is a trend.
Yeah, but they're not doing anything that that's the way it's set up.
But it's
and that's why something has to happen.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. Well, I mean, for me,
that's why there needs to be a change. Is because
why I've always hated the House. Like, I think the House of Representatives is a fucking joke.
Like, it was set up that way to avoid the tyranny of the majority, but that system's been gamed to the point that we now have the tyranny of the minority. I don't think that's better.
Well, no, for me, most of my qualms with that has always just been, I think the whole idea of the House is a fucking joke. Like, I get it from this, like, the start, but what it's been turned into is just a farce, dude. It's just,
I mean, there need to be term limits for every government.
It's
position.
that, and like, House can't be 2 years. Like, when it comes down to it, I don't think House can be 2 years. In today's day and age, it's just you never stop campaigning.
Yeah,
That's all the House is. It's a constant campaign. They're not actually doing anything. They're not actually, like, researching anything. They're not trying to decide anything. They're just campaigning and voting for whatever will get them votes. That's it.
Yeah.
The whole thing's horseshit. I mean, we don't know that yet.
Well, yeah, but just sitting there and, like, crossing your arms and saying horseshit doesn't
horseshit. We got to
accomplish anything.
Oh, I'm not sitting here just crossing my arms at all. Let's do something about it. Let's go.
Well, hold on. We are not condoning.
No.
StopGap does not condone, revolution.
No.
Just want to point that out. We're not.
No,
that's not.
We condone, change
civil
in the
discourse.
Way that, I was gonna say a change in the way that it's supposed to happen. Like, the way the government was set up from the start.
Like, I have a question about the whole civil discourse thing.
Congressman.
Yeah.
What? You're a little bit low, Alicia.
Said contact your local congressman.
That's not gonna do anything. Fucking protest. Get out and fucking protest what needs to be actually fucking boycott shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
don't buy Trump sticks.
Trump sticks.
Yeah.
Don't buy Trump vodka or go to Trump University or one of the other 800 failed business ventures that he's had.
And then also at the same time, don't buy Hillary's book.
Yeah.
So don't do any of that.
None of them succeed.
No, but that's the thing about the whole both sides, like, oh, both sides are wrong thing. And I get it. I get that nothing is fucking perfect, but we got there's one party out here who's doing a lot more to actively undermine the entire concept of even a representative democracy at this point.
Well, I purposely watched, like, Fox, and then I watched CNN, like, and MSNBC. It's so fucking unbelievably insane how different the fucking stories are.
Because no one wants news. People want to hear their news. That's like I said with the whole echo chamber thing. That's the problem with this information society that we have built with this information generation, is that information is so readily available that it's also readily ignorable.
So you see my point?
You can
point I was trying to make. You see that, where I was saying we have to look at both sides. Look, we have to look at both sides. We can't just
I don't think it's either party.
Either of those news parties.
I don't think it's either party that are. Well, I mean, honestly, I don't like the Republican Party at all, but I don't feel like they're the ones that are actively trying to undermine us. There's got to be a larger systematic, like, undermining of the entire system.
Do you think that's what's really going on? That there's, like, something bigger going on?
I think so, man.
Like, not the Illuminati. I'm not gonna get all fucking conspiracy.
I think so, and I think that's what's pushing the two parties to further and further apart, so that you're either with us or against us. There's no more moderate.
But doesn't it look like?
Which
Remember, like
is
during
still
the
But
early-
this isn't a time for like the idea of like, hey, the truth isn't a real thing, and people's views on the truth have to be like considered equally. Like you take like actual information. Actual information doesn't have a fucking bias one way or the other.
where are you getting that actual information? Because I'm telling you right now, spend 2 weeks and watch
Oh no, they're trash.
2 hours of Fox, 2 hours of MSNBC, and you'll see the same stories completely different.
Yeah.
Like the facts are totally different, and it's like they're not saying this is
No,
my
the facts are the same. They're presented completely different. Because well, that's part of the problem too. Is
they're
a
leaving
lot of
out-
both of those things did that completely ruined journalism for forever. Basically, that I always give them tons of shit for is they really popularized the talk show. They really popularized opinion as news.
yeah.
Yeah.
Say, they're taking facts. And,
I think it's Russia. I
Like,
think
it's- yeah.
meddling. I think the elections, the whole campaigning shit. I think that was small potatoes for them. That's not even the part of their big plan. I think their entire plan is to divide America into classes so that we are less cohesive as a people.
how easy
And
it is.
instead of doing what's best for the country, we're going to start doing what's best for us on both sides.
they mind fuck this dude.
They're turning it into it's being turned into less of an election and more just support your team, you know?
Yeah. How far back do you think it goes? Do you think they knew they were gonna do something like that with Donald Trump when they put the Apprentice on, like to get his? Because I swear to Christ, dude, when he started running, I was like, this guy's gonna fucking win. He's gonna win because I was on a reality show in the early 2000s.
What was that reality show?
It's called The Casino. It was on Fox. It was
Were you like lining up to date Flava Flav?
no, it was before all that. It was called The Casino. It was in the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas when Tim Brightly and
24/7 behind the scenes look at the real life dramas unfolding at the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas as its owners attempt to bring back the glory of its Rat Pack heyday. Longtime friends Tim Poster and Tim Breitling sold their internet startup Travelscape.com to Expedia in 2000 and became multimillionaires. Will they be able to work wonders in Vegas?
Let me guess. This hotel's
It aired
now
from June
failed.
14th, 2004 to August 29th, 2004. I turned 12 when that went off air.
I was about to retire. It was awful. But anyway, that's not the point. The point was is that they had nothing for this show because like people in casinos don't fuck up. They had just done the restaurant. It was a Mark Burnett production thing, and they had just done the restaurant where this Rocco Stafirio just fucked up constantly, right? But people in casinos don't generally fuck up, so they had nothing. So what they did is they created a bunch of shit, and they took this kid that was just a complete moron, and they made him like the main character of this reality show. If you knew the amount of fucking people that would come through this place wanting to see this kid, you know what I mean, talking to him, it was unfucking believable, and the kid was a moron. My point is
Right
that
back. I'm gonna go grab my phone from the Uber driver.
get it, I guess,
Someone was on Tinder tonight.
right? With an Uber driver. It's just like,
Ain't nothing wrong with fucking Uber drivers, man. I do that on the reg.
yeah,
How often do they want it though?
all the time they're Uber drivers.
I mean, I have to do some convincing sometimes. It's a star-based system that I exchange
Are we talking-
extra stars.
Are we talking Weinstein seducing or Cosby seducing?
Oh, look, motherfucker, I'll give you.
Probably more Weinstein because I'm also large and weird looking.
We're calling
Yeah.
that.
Brady Matthews, he had a thing to do with his wife tonight, and he's going to be out of town for the next week. He should be here next week, though.
I had a good point going there, you fucking idiot.
Don't worry. This week is the We Hate America episode.
It's
Next
not.
week,
It's not.
No,
We
it's
hate
not.
America.
No.
The
Listen-
problem is that I love America, but what's happening right now isn't American. It's not.
Just
This
let me
isn't-
set up the joke. Next week we will be here with flags and eagles and really shit-faced, talking about how great the country
Oh
is.
shit! Next week's 4th of July, the day after 4th of July, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll have a couple less fingers. Let's be real.
Yes, I agree. No, we don't want to leave. We want to fix it. But no, next week we'll be beyond patriotic.
Easily fucking manipulated though, dude.
I don't know if it'll be beyond patriotic, man. I can imagine Trump doing some crazy shit where like I'm sitting on 4th of July with a sparkler, like I should fucking burn the establishment.
That's what they want, dude. That's what they really want. They want to confuse it. I don't think Trump's as bad as. I mean, I know he's a fucking idiot. There's no question about it. But I don't think he's doing half the shit they're saying he's doing.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like a civil war would be better.
I don't.
You either get what you want or you fucking die. Either way, you're fine.
But don't you feel like you're being manipulated?
No, of course, dude. I mean, that's been going on for forever.
I'm pretty
It's
sure
like
if we
so
went to the Civil War, the red states would win since they have all the guns.
Yeah, but we also have most of the economic actual engine of the country.
And the most people.
And I don't know if I entirely agree with that. Because I mean, I've lived in quite a few blue states that have more than. I'll put it this way: they have more than enough.
Yeah, but they hold
really terrible economies that we have a lot of guns, and a lot of cities that really like using those guns.
Yeah, but they're terrible shots. Like they were a foot away from Tupac and fucking hit him twice. You know what I mean? Like people in the cities that have guns that aren't legal, which I'm not saying anything other than that. I'm just saying people that don't have legal guns don't know how to shoot them. That's what I'm saying.
Well, the problem is you see most of the power infrastructure and production are in those liberal states. Like California, if California decided to fucking secede, there goes like 30% of the United States food.
Yeah, and you're kind of forgetting about the National Guards here. I think the National Guards are going to have a whole lot more to do with it than any yokel with an AR-15.
Yeah, and they're gangbangers now. Have you seen that? Did you see that? Some ridiculous amount of percentage of the military. Is that true, dude? There's lots of gangbangers in the military now.
There's a non-insignificant amount.
I was gonna say there's definitely a good amount of the military who I'm pretty sure didn't want to be in the military.
Yeah, no, I heard it's pretty big. The amount of there's 285 identifiable gangs or some shit, like different gangs represented in the military, and they're coming out military trained.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I mean, military training's not really all that it's cooked up to be, my dude.
No, I mean, it's better than being Compton trained. I'm sure.
But no, I mean, all of that kind of manipulation stuff's been going on for a long time. Like all of the 2000s.
Bad now.
But it feels like it's coming to a head.
Yeah, no, it is. Because okay, but I mean, think about this too. All of 2000s, guess what the top-rated news show was? It was fucking Bill O'Reilly. That's not a news show.
Manipulation, bro.
That's a news show as much as this is a news show. I made this show in the category news and politics today.
And that was for all of the 2000s. That was considered the top news show, by ratings by far.
Yeah, don't take anything we say here as fucking news. Fact check everything we say, please.
Half of the stuff is a parody anyway.
Don't become a part of the fucking problem.
Yeah, don't be a problem.
All right.
We're saying it.
Fact, if you take something we say and run with it, fucking fact check it first, please. Dear God.
Don't go quoting us. Oh shit. Can you imagine?
Oh man.
But people believe Bill O'Reilly, dude. They believe Sean Hannity.
I know.
Alan Coe. They believe everyone. They believe them all.
I know.
Depends on what side you're on. And I think everyone's getting fed bullshit. That's why I don't pay attention. None of that shit. At all. I have no facts in my head. None. You guys are all
I just think it's weird that we're wargaming a civil war here. It isn't about who has more guns and shit. It's about hey, how do you actually make the country fucking behave normally at this point?
What are we gonna have a civil war over?
We started all over. Have the British invade. We beat them off with these two hands.
Double dinger.
Yep.
Spit on it.
And and I agree with Eyes Evil in the chat. I know that it sounds dramatic or whatever, but we're trending towards authoritarianism. It's an actual philosophical crisis for a democratic republic, and so it is kind of fucking serious.
Oh! There's actually another part of that. Another part of that video that I want you guys to watch.
But we Civil War then.
It's about how Hitler dehumanized the.
Oh yeah, to make the other people feel.
Yeah, how it makes it a lot easier to turn against your fellow citizens when you dehumanize them. And I have a clip of Trump
doing that, the retarded or the mentally retarded, the mentally. How do you say that?
No, referring to the
reporter guy, right?
No, referring to illegal immigrants as snakes, just a bunch of snakes. Hold on one second.
I hate how they do that.
Where is it?
He is so fucking the right person for them to do all this to.
Here we go.
This is called the snake. And think of.
Oh wait, let me go ahead and share the audio with you guys. It's gonna be loud so that the listeners can hear it. So turn down your headphones.
This is called the snake. And think of it in terms of immigration. And you may love it or you may say, isn't that terrible? Okay? And if you say, isn't that terrible, who cares? Because the way they treat me, that's peanuts compared to the way they treat me. Okay? Immigration. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-hearted, frozen snake.
Did he just struggle with the word half?
Yeah, he's an idiot.
His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried. I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. Take me in, O tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, O tender woman, take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, surely you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite.
Also, man, fuck. Can he just stop reading poetry?
I'm talking about his dick, isn't it?
Fucking A. I don't know, man. It's so fucking weird.
He's the weirdest motherfucker alive, dude.
He really is.
He's giving them, he's like a bad label on an e-liquid. It's like, he just is fucking the whole thing up just by the shit he says, dude. Just like dumb shit he doesn't even know he's saying. Because he could say, here's what he meant to say. The Mexicans coming from Mexico, they're fucked up. It's not all Mexicans. You know what I mean? It's not all of them coming here, but some of the ones that are coming here are fucked up. There's some gangsters coming.
Yeah, I mean, those toddlers are bad hombres.
Man, listen. It's going down on both sides. There's bullshit going on both sides with that. You know what I mean? That whole cage thing, that was not even fucking real, dude. That little girl, that wasn't even real. So
no, it was real, and that's the entire fucking thing. It was real, and nowhere in the original sources for that photo was it captioned that child got put in detention.
In detention where? You know what? Here's the thing. Illegal immigration is illegal. If I commit a crime and go to prison, I'm getting separated from my fucking kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be a line, dude. There just has to be.
These were people seeking sanctuary. I'm just saying, like, they were going through the sanctuary. You get
separated from your kid, but your kid gets taken care of, is the difference there. Your kid gets put into
there.
Sure. And this brings up another issue. Our foster system is fucked up as well, but they get put into a foster home. They at least have good intentions with those children. They don't put them in pop-up dog kennels to sleep on blankets.
But they weren't in dog kennels. If you saw that picture zoomed out, it was in a fucking place. It was just like a certain wall. They weren't laying in dog kennels. It was a gigantic fucking room with hella people in it, and they zoomed in.
Separated by cages.
It's a chain link fence. They put those in your high school too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that affords them no privacy at all.
They were just getting processed, and they were laying down like you would lay down at the DMV if you were taking too long, or people lay down at all kinds of. It's disingenuous, man, on both sides, and it really is. That's what's really going on. Like it'd be great to say this is really happening on this side and it's not happening on that side, but that's not what's happening.
Okay, so they weren't being held in detention centers.
They were not being held in detention centers. Find that picture where those kids are laying on the ground. Zoom out on that picture because it's everywhere. You can find it.
Hey, hold on, Sheck Juarez. Is your brother busy right now? Can your brother come on?
I'm sure he's got a horrific story. I don't even know what the chat's saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that either side is right or that there's not terrible shit going on both sides. But they're running game, man. They're running game on this country, and it's working. Both sides are.
Yeah, but it's working on the people who say that both sides are intrinsically wrong.
No, it's working on you because you don't believe that you're
what they want you to do is they want you to throw your fucking hands up and say all these people are crooks. Why bother to give a shit? That's what they want. They don't want the Republicans in power. They want the country to stop functioning because nobody believes objective fucking fact.
True. It's true. That's true. But I'm saying just don't believe the hype. I mean, did we not learn from Professor fucking Griffin? And I don't believe the hype, dude. Like, do not believe it. Like, what they're saying is not fucking real, dude. A lot of it. It's just not. They're like that little girl, that picture on Time magazine, that was bullshit, dude. You know.
Yeah, and that was proven to be fake.
It wasn't fake though. That picture was never captioned, "This is a little girl that got put into a cage." This was a stop. Like the actual news outlets that reported that didn't say, "Oh, and then they threw this kid in a cage."
What do you think they meant? Come on, man. A picture's worth a million words. You know that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just they're fucking running game, dude. Because nobody's gonna take the time. They're gonna say, "Oh, look at that." Majority of people are gonna look at it and think exactly what they meant for them to think. They don't have to come out and say it to run game on you. You know what
so
I mean?
They can't say that children are being detained unless they show an actual picture of a child being detained.
Can't show that little girl and imply that she's being detained and it's him looking down at her like that.
They didn't imply that she was being detained in the actual primary sources, though. That's the thing, because the actual primary sources are news outlets which have some journalistic standards.
Right, but what I'm saying is they're running game because the majority of people are not doing that, and you know it. It's all they're pulling bullshit. You know it. I mean, I'm not saying either side is right or wrong or whatever. I think they're all full of shit. I don't even think it's. I don't know. I don't even know why they're doing it, to be honest with you. But it's clear what they're doing. It's very clear. They're manipulating the fuck out of everybody. And half of the people are believing one side, and half of the people are believing the other side, and then they'll both argue the fuck out of it until, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But it's just, I don't know. I just don't think it's as clear cut as you think or as I think. I think it runs a lot deeper. That's all. Carry on. I'm not saying you're wrong, dude, at all. I'm saying
okay, but then if I'm not that's the thing. Like, this actually seems like a real issue to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong for thinking this is an actual issue, but they've actually documented that the fact that this is happening.
Okay, so the issue at hand is a big issue. You're right. It's a big issue and it should be looked at. But it should be looked at fucking honestly, not with bullshit. Not where you can.
There is no honest news. How are you supposed to find the truth today, Graham? How is that possible in today's day and age to find the truth?
Don't know. That's what's fucked up. That's the fucked up part. That's what's a big deal. Is that we can't find the fucking truth.
Then you're asking us to do the impossible.
I have strong feelings.
What is the problem with the viewpoint that we have, Graham? That children shouldn't be put in cages.
Don't turn this like I want.
I know. I'm just saying. But why are you trying to debunk this theory that we feel like we should stop separating them from from their immigrant parents.
No, see, this is what happens. This is
No,
exactly.
but part of what happens
Hold
too
on,
is
let me finish this. This is what happens. I say something, and then it gets turned into I want kids in cages, and that's not what I'm fucking saying. I'm saying I want to find out where they're being put in cages. I don't want to have to look at something where they're not being put in cages to make me feel bad about them being put in cages. I want to find out where they're being really put in cages, and I want to see the truth. I don't want some fucking journalist telling me that they are, but we really can't find a fucking example of it, so we're gonna make one up. I don't want to see that.
Okay, but they had journalists on the ground outside these detention centers.
Then you have to go
because
to
the government wouldn't fucking let them.
How come they let them? So they make it up? That's
The,
not right.
the kids were under 18, so they were afforded the right to privacy because their parents couldn't consent to them being on camera.
I don't want them kids in cages as much as the next person, but I also don't want kids that are not in cages being portrayed as being put in cages.
Sorry, I'm also okay. Today, I am very against everything is fake news, because that is also a major issue of that too. I think everything is not fake news. There is some actual credible journalists out there, and if everything is fake news, that's what's causing 5 people to get shot today.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's fake news, dude. I'm saying that there's things that are fake about the news, and people are using their opinions as facts, and it's true to them. That's their truth, but it may not be the whole truth.
There is no my truth.
What I'm saying is that you can't take something. You really think it's okay for them to take pictures of something that isn't happening and make it like it's happening because it has happened?
The credible news outlets didn't run pictures. Like, that's the thing. Like, when they say like fake press, like there is
shitty journalists out there. Those are the ones who did that, but most of the ones that are actually credible didn't do that. You have to follow the ones that are credible.
That's the instance I'm talking about, though. I'm not talking about the whole entire fucking network and whole society. I'm talking about that specific instance. What's fucked up?
Okay, but like CNN and the Washington Post and the New York Times, they aren't the people that are showing pictures of kids in cages taken from a demonstration. There are fairly credible news sources out there that get tarred with the same brush as like crazy Aunt Sally's fucking Facebook memes.
Right, which is what I'm trying not to do. I'm trying to say
okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it's never mind. I was listening. I'm sorry. I got distracted. What'd you say at the end there?
What the fuck, Graham?
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
What were you trying to say, Graham?
I forgot what I was even saying.
Yeah, no, you were the one talking.
All right.
You were on a hard rant there, and
I'm saying, oh no. No, here's what I was saying. I'm just saying that.
Did your brain shut off?
No, it didn't. Somebody started fucking talking for no reason.
Okay.
I just don't want. That's what I'm trying not to do, is blame everything or make every story the same. You know what I mean? Like what you're saying.
No, that's fair, because like, well, that is a harder part nowadays too, because the lines of editorial versus actual reporting is been tarred and feathered. So you always have to check, is this a report or is this an editorial? Because I've had tons of people shove me something that was just a fucking editorial. It says at the top editorial, but they didn't bother seeing, hey, it's an editorial.
Yeah. That's
very different.
Part of the issue that I took with this whole thing is that whether it was true or not, there were people in this country that said, yeah, they gave up their constitutional rights when they illegally came to this country. Like, they were justifying what the news that kids were being put in cages. Whether it was true or not, there were people in this country that were justifying it.
Right. I see that. I know.
Because their leaders said that it was justified. They gave them some holier than thou clause saying, we're the real Americans.
Well, who's saying that it's justified? That, you know, I mean, like that. Well,
that's exactly what you're saying. They broke the law. It's justified.
No. I didn't say that.
That's exactly what you said. Graham, you said if I commit a crime, they will put me in prison and take my kids away. That is exactly what you said.
Where do we start deciding which laws are enforceable and which ones are not? I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying I like any of it. I'm saying, where do we go? I'm saying, what do we do? I'm bringing up questions, man. I'm not giving answers. That's it. I'm not giving any answers. You guys are getting on me like I'm saying something a certain way. I'm saying, where do we go? How do we fix it? Instead of just sitting here and pointing fucking fingers at each other, where the fuck does it get fixed?
It's,
you know what I mean? I'm not pointing.
It's a critical part of the American economy and American agriculture for non-American residents to come to America during the summer, during the fall, and
that's not a work visa.
Do the jobs. Yeah, except they're not handing out work visas this year.
Right.
Well, they're doing this bullshit lottery system instead of the people that have been that come to the borders first every year because they want to come. They want to take our money and take our jobs.
Oh, fuck that. I'm never saying that. I'll never do that shit they do. Ever.
But that's the big thing. That's the whole reason that they built up this lottery system is because they're coming to take our money and get rich on our money. It's like, well, are you gonna are you, Mr. Senator Congressman Junior, gonna go out and fucking pick soybeans for 14 hours a day in the 90-degree sun?
Soy boys. I'm not.
About all the apple picking that happens in Washington State.
Apple picking.
Concrete knows all about that.
There's the crab pickers.
Cherries.
Cherry.
Basically any kind of fruit is probably picked by migrant labor. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I grew up in fucking Ohio, and we had a migrant family of like 14 people live in the house across from us because our town grew soybeans.
Oh, you are a soy boy.
No, I'm a corn boy.
I don't pick it. I won't pick my clothes up off the floor. I don't like picking anything.
Yeah, like
crazy, dude. Like,
yeah, my wife tells me to pick my clothes up off the floor, and I'm still like, I
don't even like
Juan will come do it.
Yeah,
you know.
It's true. But we're not doing it. You know that we're not doing it.
There would be no food on the table for the rest of us, and when there would be food on the table, it'd be like fucking $4 for a pound of onions.
But I want to mention that a lot of those people do come into the country with a work visa. Like
right.
the ones that come up from Mexico to go pick the apple orchards in Washington State, they come up just for the harvest season.
Right.
But they
work really hard for like 3 months, and then they go back home and they take that money with them, and it lasts them for like most of the year.
The problem is that most people the amount of work visas that we're handing out aren't enough to fulfill that need in the agriculture industry.
Do you think
I agree. I highly believe that people need to come into this country legally, but like the way that people are being treated, they're human beings. They need to be treated like human beings.
We don't beat them down, but I mean, like there needs to be like an Ellis Island, like a new Ellis Island, like a mass processing something. You know what I mean?
There's
Yeah, we have the CDC for breeding diseases. We're fine with not having an Ellis Island.
But
we still have Ellis Island. It's just people don't use it anymore.
Yeah.
Like that.
Because
the thing that kind of gets
a fucking haven. It was a fucking petri dish for worldwide diseases to just congregate and spread throughout the fucking populace. Ellis Island was a terrible fucking idea.
It was 1900. They were using limes for fucking scurvy too.
That's the cure for scurvy. Do you know scurvy's not like not a germ? You know scurvy's like not a microorganism, right? Like scurvy is just a vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin C deficiency. Limes are absolutely the cure for scurvy.
I forgot who I was dealing with. I'm sorry. I was just fucking being, whatever the fuck.
You were making a bullshit comment and you got called out on it. That's what you were doing.
No, I didn't.
People, fact check everything you fucking hear on this show.
I said, this is what I said.
Also, don't forget to eat your fruit.
Hold on here.
Eat your fruit, check your colon.
Motherfuckers, you just let me finish this.
At the same time.
Just I'll talk over him.
With the fruit.
Scurvy, they were using limes to treat scurvy. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's what they do.
You were using it as an
acid
explanation of the 1920s having poor hygiene and poor medical practices. That's what you were doing, Graham. The problem is you can say whatever you want, but the context in which you say it absolutely defines what you are saying, and that's the problem with the truth. The truth is out there, but the context in which everybody is using the truth, the context that these media outlets are using the truth is manipulated in a way to show their viewpoint, to convince you to their viewpoint. Graham, you're agreeing with me because you realize you're fucking wrong right now. Shut up!
I'm guilty of it because I'm defensive because of you two fucking idiots who jump all over me for stating facts and put in this place. It's weird.
Yes, you're saying the facts, but the facts that are spun to become opinionated. You can spread the truth while it also furthering your agenda and obfuscating the truth. The more the truth comes out in the media outlets, the more the truth is obfuscated and hidden from us. Because we're given a truth that is presented in a context, in a format that makes us believe it is one way instead of the other.
But where they have it split, they're so good at this, dude. They're like a casino. They have it split. Like half the people are going to believe one thing, the other half are going to believe another thing, and they got split right down the middle. What makes you believe one way or the other? You know.
Well, then the people who are believing things that are wrong. That doesn't make it right because half the people believe it.
You guys know what we need? You guys know what we need?
Ketamine?
Purge! Let's fucking purge this country. Let's do it. Let's run with the purge.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say genetically breed people to be smarter.
Well, no, that's called
wait,
eugenics.
like in Rick and Morty?
I'm not really for
I know,
eugenics.
it's not a good answer.
Yeah, like that novel idea that Rick and Morty had.
Or like smart drugs.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to that first Purge movie. I think for as fucking trashy as the Purge movies are, I think with everything being as fucked as it is right now, it's actually fairly trenchant social commentary.
It really, it's very poignant. Like,
I was going with the line thing.
And that's the thing. People look at them as terrible films, but they're not meant to entertain people. I mean, sure, they entertain some people, but like, I don't feel like that's what the writer's intention was, and that's not what the director's intention was.
Agreed.
Well, and it's kind of the idea, I don't know, like I said, I'm looking forward to the first Purge because it takes this idea of like egalitarianism and it shows exactly how that's sort of perverted by the ruling moneyed class into poor people killing each other for rich people's amusement.
I mean, that's the history of war.
I mean, that's history, really. The fucking haves just fuck the have-nots. But then again, I'm a fucking pinko, so who knows?
Fucking soy boy.
Seriously, just all soy boy Momo all the time.
You fucking beta Momo.
Really, the rich people just want what's best for all of us.
Graham, it's been a while since I got fucking heated on this show. So
Dude,
fuck you.
Don't get you guys are just not getting it yet, are you?
Oh my God, Graham!
No,
You're what? This is exactly what we're talking about. You're trying to spin this. You're trying to spin this to your favor. Yes, you are, you motherfucker. Oh my God, you
tell me where my favor is. I've got you so. Don't mute me.
I'm gonna fucking mute you.
I haven't made one opinion. I said, what can we do? I've given no fucking facts. No, I haven't stood on any ground at all.
Graham, you don't know what ground you're standing on. That's the problem.
Look how fired up you are.
You've argued 3 different sides to this same argument in the span of an hour.
45 minutes of content. If I didn't do that, you guys would be sitting there staring at each other the way you were at the beginning of the show.
Graham,
yeah.
My sweet, sweet summer child. You know nothing of the winter.
Listen. What time is it?
It's 11:15.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will say I've never wanted to end a show as soon as I have already.
Are you kidding me? You discussed an entire fucking issue with the...
Yeah, and I want to blow my brains out because of it.
Why? What exactly is irritating you about it?
Because you're a symptom of the problem.
Because I want to see how to fix it.
You're being a symptom of the problem.
Graham, you're supposed to be solving world problems.
Why don't you guys fucking solve it? I'm just giving you questions, that's all. That's all.
Graham, the way that you present the information that you present means everything.
I don't even fucking believe it though.
Then don't fucking say it!
No, I do. I actually do. I do believe that what exactly was I saying that was wrong? I'm not following. Because I'm saying it's fucked up for them to take disingenuous things and present them as facts.
No, it's every other thing is a flip flop.
No.
Yes.
Yes,
The
Graham,
next one will be.
it absolutely is. It's impossible to argue with you because you don't know your own stance.
Because really, I don't know what to believe, dude. That's what it is. I don't have a stance because I don't fucking believe any of this.
Then
bullshit.
don't believe anything. Fucking question everything.
Saying. That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was doing.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No.
I am. I'm saying I honestly believe it's disingenuous to take pictures of things that aren't fucking actually happening and say they are. And how do we fix it?
But
That's
it was happening.
But it wasn't happening right there at that time. It happened before, but I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, clearly. Do you think it's okay? Like, let's say in your job, 2 people were murdered, right? But then they didn't see that or something, and then all of a sudden they took pictures of you and someone else and made it look like you guys were murdering people, and that's okay because it had happened?
No. But
Right.
if people had been murdered and then years later they took pictures of the 2 people murdered, then yes, that would be fine.
What if they took pictures of you, though? And because it had happened, that's okay.
If I was the one that was murdered, then, okay, if they murdered 2 people and then I got murdered and they took a picture of me and were like, there's people getting murdered at this job site. Yes, I'd be fucking fine with it, Graham.
You would be fine.
Because it shows a systematic issue with where I'm working, that people are getting murdered there.
Right. But you wouldn't be okay with it being a picture of you.
No, they weren't taking pictures of people. They were taking pictures of people that were put in cages to show that people were getting put in cages. Graham,
They weren't getting put in cages, man.
you're saying they're taking pictures of the people putting people in cages to show that people are getting put in cages. That's the exact opposite. Taking a picture of the murderer is not the same as talking about the people getting murdered, Graham.
That's not what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying is they can't take pictures of people in a regular processing plant, zoom in, make it look like a fucking kennel because they had heard that there was people put in kennels. Can't do that. That's what I'm saying. You can't fucking do it. I'm not saying that if
Sure as fuck looked like kennels to me.
Yeah, because they were zoomed the fuck in, zoomed back out, because you can see that picture zoomed out everywhere, and it's not kennels. There's like hundreds of people in there. It looks like a DMV, and those kids laying on the floor. I don't like that. I don't like that they do that, because then where do they stop? That's all I'm saying. And if I'm wrong on that, then I don't know what the fuck happened to society, but you can't just do that.
Yeah, that doesn't right. That sure as fuck looks like kennels to me, Graham.
Find the picture where.
Why would they have a porta potty inside the kennel?
Find the picture that was outside. Part of it was outside.
How about this picture, Graham? Explain this one to me.
How close is it? How many people are in it?
Explain this one to me. You can see a fucking porta potty in there.
Yeah, back up on that picture and look where they're at. It's like an auditorium.
Why would there be a porta potty in there?
Because part of it was outside.
Why wouldn't they let them out to go to the restroom?
They were where the restrooms were. You've been at a school where there's a porta potty by the fucking fence? Come on.
I haven't been forced to stay in the fence.
They were forced to stay there. They were waiting for somebody, or they were waiting for something.
The fences say that.
Really? I mean, come on, man. There's no fences where you live.
Oh my God.
They don't force you to stay anywhere. There's just fences. You know what a fence is because because you're aware of what a fucking fence is, not because you've ever been forced to stay behind one. The fuck are we talking about? Let's be real. Let's get real with the real facts, man. Not this bullshit that we're all stuck up on. Zoom out on that picture. Find the picture where it's zoomed out. You'll see what I'm saying.
You're talking about one picture, though, Graham. I know exactly the picture you're talking about. That was taken at a protest.
No, it was taken in this exact spot right here. It's these kids on the ground laying there where it zoomed the fuck out, and you can see the whole entire environment, and it's a goddamn auditorium. They're just.
But they're still in a cage.
No, they're in a fucking building. Are you in a cage at school that has that same fuck? Are you in a baseball field? Are you caged in? I mean, what the fuck are we talking about here?
There's you can leave a baseball field anytime you want.
Where? No, that picture implies that you can't leave.
Okay, here's the zoomed out one. Yeah, there's a bunch of people in a fucking cage.
Okay.
There you go. There's the picture of it zoomed out.
No, that's not the same picture. Why would you find a picture like that?
BBC.com.
It's a picture of those kids on the floor, and it's zoomed out. But a room in a room is the best way you do soundproofing, so maybe they're doing something there.
I'm pretty sure they're just recording mumble rap. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that we need to start looking at the real fucking facts and stop arguing about bullshit why they fucking run game on us. That's all I'm saying. They got us.
What are the real facts, Graham?
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, but I know that I shouldn't be arguing with you about it.
Then why shouldn't we tackle this issue?
Because I don't think it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's proven to be disingenuous the same way that you said the other one was.
So we should wait until the issue's real, and then tackle it.
I'm saying, what do we do?
That's
what I'm saying.
You're saying we should wait until the issue's real and then tackle it. That's exactly what you're advocating right now. No, because we shouldn't tackle this issue because it isn't real. We shouldn't address this issue yet.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we don't go all in on something that's disingenuous, and we know it to be disingenuous.
We're not going all in. We address the issue. We try to get it solved, and then we go to the next issue.
All right.
No one's starting a war over this issue.
Well, maybe not. You think not, but...
Oh, by the way, for those of you who want to know the picture I showed Graham, here we go. This is...
It's of a...
Here.
A guy in a clown suit and a black guy. It's not even the same picture, dude.
Here we go. Where the fuck is the guy in the clown suit and the black guy, Graham? I don't see a guy in a fucking clown suit or a black guy in there.
He doesn't. You don't get it. I was making them think you didn't show me the right picture.
Oh. But that sure as shit looks like a bunch of people put in cages.
That looks fucking horrible right there.
That's not the children.
But what could that even be?
But
you go to goddamn McCarran Airport in Las Vegas. They got people stuck in fucking rooms all over the place. Some are smoking, some are playing.
Because they choose to be there.
Well, I mean.
Well, there's no well. They chose to be at the airport.
No, they chose.
No one came, grabbed them from their homes, and said, "Come to the airport with me."
They were grabbed from their homes.
Yes.
Were they?
Okay, fine. Then they were grabbed from the Chick-fil-A. Wherever the fuck they were when someone said, "Hey, you don't speak English good. Show me your papers." Yeah. So there's the children in cages. And this is a porta potty. That's a porta potty right there.
Where's the porta potty? Inside the cage or outside the cage?
Inside the cage. Did you not look at the fucking picture?
I can't see good. Let me see. It looks like a gym.
The picture of the kids in the cage. You don't see the giant fucking porta potty on the left side of that picture?
I don't, actually. But it's only because I can't see it. Let me see. On the left side? I don't see it, dude. I'm sorry, I can't see. I don't have the picture all the way up. It's cut off on the end. Stop getting fucking irritated, dude. I'm agreeing with you. It's impossible to agree with you.
Yeah, but you said I don't see it because I can't see it.
I don't see it. No, because first of all, I'm hella far back from my computer. Me. And second of all, the picture's cut off on the end for whatever reason. Let's see.
Well, even in the Discord, the picture it shows the full picture. You can see the porta potty right there, the bright purple porta potty, and then in the not a cage next to it, you can see the porta potty over there.
No, I think Verb is there.
So that shows you that they at least have 2 separate rooms with 2 separate porta potties. I'm not sure why they'd have, just one central bathroom, but.
Yeah, unisex is huge.
Graham, I'm sorry, dude, but your point is not.
I don't have a point.
It's not holding up. No, that these are fake. It's not holding up.
That's not
to any bit of scrutiny.
That's not the picture that I saw with those kids on the ground. But whatever. I mean, I get your point, dude. I get it. I don't want to see this happen as much as the next person. Like, I hate, like, you guys try to paint me out to be this, like, fucking, like, I'm agreeing with everything they're saying. I'm not agreeing with everything they're saying at all. I'm agreeing with none of the things that any of these people are saying unless it's fucking fact. I think it's super easy to manipulate a society, dude. You know, it's what you just got done saying that Hitler was doing. And it happens all the way around, not just one side.
Yes, and these are people that are part of our... These are contributing members to our society. These are contributing members to our...
Ooh.
The people that come here to work.
Right, but do you understand?
And the people that come here to get away from being killed in Central America.
I don't give a fuck if they don't pay taxes on what they bring in. I care if I can get a fucking pound of onions for 89 cents at the grocery store.
But that's something that you find that you hold important, you know? You did?
No, Verve did.
They assist this country far more than they hurt this country.
And legal immigration should be encouraged.
Also, still a huge cage. Yes, Verve, that is very much a huge cage.
Yeah, it's not like they're in a kennel.
Graham.
Bro, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. All I'm saying, I swear to God, this is all I'm saying. I don't agree with this at all.
Here,
I don't want.
This is the picture that Verve sent us, everybody. There's the zoomed out picture of these holding facilities. Oh yeah, they got a whopping bench to sit on.
What are they supposed to put? I don't understand where it becomes like everything becomes a thing.
Dude, prisoners have better amenities than this. They at least have running water.
Who? Have you been to prison?
Prisoners.
They have toilets that flush.
Yeah, and they're aluminum.
They can brush their fucking teeth.
Graham, is that zoomed out enough for you?
I can't fucking see it, to be honest with you. I don't know where it is.
Post it to the Discord forum.
It's in the... Okay.
Oh,
I'm on full screen. That's fine.
Okay.
Where is it?
It's in the secret Discord. Not the StopGap one. Now it's in the StopGap one, but...
Yeah, it's a big fucking room. Like, what...
With absolutely no privacy, no running water.
What?
It's basically just a warehouse that they put a bunch of porta potties and fences in, and threw down some mats and said,
Graham, you ever taken a nap next to a porta potty before?
Never and never want to.
Would you ever take a nap next to a porta potty?
Yeah, dude, I used to fucking do that.
How drunk are we talking here?
Sober. Actually, stone cold sober, because ICE agents just came and pulled you from your home. Would you ever sleep like there's in no way that this is like humane treatment of people.
I'm not saying that it is, dude. I'm not saying. What kind of position are you taking with me here?
You're saying that it's not bad.
No, I'm not saying it's not bad. I never once said it's not bad.
You said it's not happening. Okay, fine. You said it's not happening. You said that it's completely false.
No, I said that picture of those
kids.
Now,
I have a question. Do we know if any of these kids being detained, like if the parents showed proof that they were in fact their parents and they still got detained? Or is this like a situation where they're like, fuck it, I don't care about your proof. Like, we're taking your kid because we can't verify it's yours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I doubt Lupita's bringing the birth certificates when she's running from El Chapo.
Actually, they might be. I mean, that's the entire thing. They want some sort of verification, especially for the asylum process. And most of like the new flare up over immigration hasn't been about people getting taken off the border. It's been about the treatment of the people showing up at designated centers to claim asylum.
Do we have an asylum program?
We have an asylum process. It's funny because the last judicial court ruling that sort of led to this, they used to detain the entire families together, and the Obama administration got taken to court. The court said they can't hold children for over 20 days. And so they started basically what they're like derisively calling a catch and release program, where they are monitored almost like they're on parole and they have to come back for the immigration hearing. The success rate for people showing back up was like in the high 90% for that program. But the thing is, the Trump administration really likes the optics of zero tolerance. And so they're taking these asylum seekers and instead splitting apart the families and detaining children pretty much indefinitely at this point, because they even lose like track of the actual family in that.
How should they do it? What would be a better way, do you think?
Well, the catch and release system that had a high 90% effective rate doesn't sound like a bad idea.
So why'd they change it?
Because Trump's voters wanted zero tolerance. They don't want brown people showing up in this country and thinking they're getting away with something.
They don't want them turking their gerbs.
I don't want that.
Turking their money and turking their gerbs. That's why.
I don't want that. I think the majority of Trump voters just didn't want fucking Hillary. Honestly. I don't think they... I think the majority of them just didn't want Hillary.
I'm like, the thing is, they had a system in place that was working that people didn't, that the people making these policies felt was somehow like unfair because they're not real Americans and they can just show up and not be immediately detained. Like the zero tolerance thing is all entirely optics.
Or it's they're taking a stance on different shit.
But like functionally, I don't see how this system improves anything. It's just being punitive and shitty for the sake of being punitive and shitty.
Well, no, he's an asshole, and he makes really bad decisions. You know what I mean? But it's I don't think it's, I don't know.
Yes, but the moment they said I'm just anti-Hillary, they entered into that side's echo chamber.
Not really.
Yes.
I don't think so. I think you have your fundamental
because that entire side started out with bashing Hillary.
Right, but I don't think it's all of them. I think it's the loudest ones, dude. You know what I mean? It's like the saying there's only Democrats in New York.
No, I agree with that. Even through all this, that's why I still think it's like a civil war is hilarious, because I still think it's two loud, vocal minorities that are growing. Right. I think these minorities are growing, but I still think they're vocal minorities, because traditionally America is incredibly middle ground.
Right.
Like seriously, like 70% of voters traditionally say they're middle.
Yeah, I'm like 49-51 on most fucking, like, whether I agree with you or don't agree with you, and it's not that big a deal. Like I could be convinced either way, but like the hysteria is fucking ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. There's just mass hysteria on both sides that isn't really necessary at all. Because I think you assuming that most Steamer, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, fellas?
Thank God.
Hey.
A whole lot of fuck Graham tonight.
Yeah, well, you know what? Fuck you.
Fuck you, Graham.
I
don't even know if we'll get into Whitesploitation at this rate.
Oh, yes, we will with Kraft.
All right, so essentially, I'm against deportation.
So what do we do? Let's
say the honest truth. The honest truth of it is that the majority of the illegal immigrants won't have jobs come winter because agriculture in the United States stops. They'll go back to South America to work the agricultural fields there, where it's year-round. Graham, the reason they come to America is for jobs that Americans don't want to do.
I already just said that they do that I won't do the job, dude. I don't care about that.
Yeah, I'm saying that the issue essentially solves itself.
Right, but I'm saying is that don't try to convince me. I understand that. I'm not a hardliner on that issue at all. I'm a hardliner on bullshit, and that particular thing I thought was bullshit, and that's it. That's my only opinion on it. And I don't want Cambodians at all. Period.
Yeah, fucking Cambodians. Just keep all of them out. Steam Room's been gone for a while.
What the fuck? This is some deep shit you guys are talking about, man.
Yeah, this show stopped being funny hell long ago. Yeah. Where you been? It got very serious.
In this house. That's where I've been. And working, hiding under a rock, bro.
Nice. It's good. Man. Good.
I have to share Skittles' opinion here.
Can you share mine too?
So you agree or you don't disagree? Because it sounds like you're going like this, bro.
No, I agree. I fucking
Thank you.
I was listening.
Shut the fuck up. I was listening. He knew exactly what he was going to push. How come I can say I agree with you. I don't have you want me to have a different opinion on it. If I didn't have a different opinion.
No, I just want this conversation to be over.
Listen, all I've said that is conclusive is I don't want Cambodians here, and I will not buckle on that at all. Ever.
What's up with Cambodians? What did I miss?
It's fucking them. They're just things.
Did you say they stink? Are you talking about their...
Have you ever been to Cambodia? All right. It's a shithole country.
I've had a holiday in Cambodia.
See, man, they got like toddlers smoking cigarettes there. It's bad.
Is that a 3-year-old?
Yeah,
that was viral.
He's doing snuff.
Yeah. Also, don't they have like cigarette advertising like everywhere there because there's no laws against it?
Yeah, and their fucking language looks weird.
It's because it's fucking Cambodia. The Cambodians that run Cambodia are too stupid because they're Cambodians, so they don't know how to run Cambodia.
I thought everyone hated Malaysians. Now it's Cambodia too.
No, we're cool with Malaysians.
What about Mongolians?
Nope, they're all right too, man. I'm all right with them.
Oh, okay.
Just don't try to kill the Malaysian prime minister, okay?
Okay. They make some badass mods down there.
Yeah, except for in Cambodia, they don't do shit in there because they're lazy piece of shit.
What are they good at Cambodia? What do they do down? Do they have a basketball team or anything?
Yeah, they're not good at anything.
They mostly repaired their public infrastructure after we kind of bombed the shit out of it, even though they weren't involved in a war.
Rightfully, okay, we had the moral high ground.
The moral high ground.
They're fucking
Aren't they still pulling landmines and?
Yeah, in a rickshaw with a gigantic fucking hat that probably makes the money even.
I think that they trained like a bunch of rats and stuff to detect them.
Yeah, they're called Cambodians.
Yeah,
oh.
Apparently, they export a lot of vehicles, footwear, natural rubber, and fish.
Of course they do. Even rubber wants to get out of that country.
Okay, I totally saw the thing about the rats though. I thought that was cool as fuck. They're using like African giant rats to sniff out landmines because they're a lot more cost effective than like training dogs or having.
Plus, dogs could trigger it because they're heavy enough, but the rats are light enough that they won't trigger the landmine, so they can walk around and sniff them, walk right on top of them, and not blow up. Plus, also, it's a rat. Who gives a shit if it explodes?
It's an African rat. How the fuck they get it? They even steal rats. These Cambodians. It's fucking crazy. They
can't even.
They're specially trained. They were brought in.
That's because the Cambodian rats were too lazy.
Yeah, Cambodian rats were smoking.
No, they were too stupid.
I just like the one part of that story that makes me cringe a little is, of course, they have to have a social media friendly name. They're not just cool ass rats; they're hero rats. That part makes me roll my eyes a little bit, but it's cool as fuck otherwise.
I bet their name's Win, spelled with a fucking N. The fuck is that all about?
Those are Vietnamese.
That's
dude.
Vietnam.
Yeah, well, they do that.
Graham, you're stepping into a real racist category against the entire Asian population.
It's okay. Americans have a really hard time telling the Cambodians apart from Vietnamese if our military history is anything.
Yeah, but they also can't tell white people apart.
Exactly. Round eye.
Most of us can't tell black people apart, so.
No, that's true. Like a lot of it's interesting. Like each culture, they're never good at telling others apart. Like
I can't tell the difference between the Jew and an Irish. I really can't.
Really? Because one fucks their cousin.
And one's wearing a kilt.
Yeah.
One won't pay for it.
Wait, does the other fuck through a hole?
One's drunk and one's Jewish.
This has to be the most racist show on YouTube. It has to be.
There goes our good community standing rating.
I don't think I have to worry about any Hasidic Jews watching.
All right, so speaking of racism, we came up with a super racist idea this week.
I was not a part of it.
Let's get into it.
Just come back to.
Let's get into it. Let's fucking bring it back. Whitesploitation. We're bringing it back. We're bringing back exploitation films. It went to the blacks in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We're bringing it back. Whitesploitation. I'm talking shit like White Dynamite.
But isn't like white Splitting just going to be like any Lifetime movie.
Yeah, except whiter, right? Like, pow, where's my Lexus? Boom, Whitesploitation. Guy can't figure out where he parked his Lexus because all the parking lots look the same, so he goes on a journey.
The whitest shit in the world, like the whitest shit in the world, and we can just exploit the shit out of it. Like,
I just
So
going
just
back and
Graham
looking
in the
at the
trailer that he
titles.
lives in.
oh, fuck, my earphones came out. Hold on.
Diary of a Disgruntled White Woman. Instead of Diary of a Mad Black Woman, boom, you got a
Right.
chick who's at the grocery store. Her coupon's not working. Who's she gonna talk to? Only the general manager, not some
Can I
bullshit
speak
store
to your manager, the movie?
Can I speak to your
Wait.
manager, the movie?
Can it just be like a married couple that have children and they both hate each other and they're only staying together for the kids and they just don't act like anything's wrong? They just
That's
like
a bit too real.
are that's what it. I mean, that's real.
I mean, have you
So
ever
don't
met a
happen.
black dick that starts a gang war?
You ever met a black dick that would only have
It's
sex on
Shaft, all right? He's a private eye. Calm the fuck down, people.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. And then the sequels to Diaries of a Disgruntled White Woman, Marissa's Tough Love, Marissa Goes to Jail, Marissa's Small Nuclear Family, you know? It's there's such society is primed for whitesploitation right now. I'm telling you guys.
I agree. We're
Dude, I still think the top one's just gonna be the White House.
yoga pants.
But just like white kids that can't go to college because they can't,
Or
their parents make too
But
much
it's-
money for them to qualify for
even
grants
better.
and
it's just a
they
shitty
can't
dorm.
afford student loans.
Even
Yeah.
better, I'm going to complete the post-customer service survey, sucker.
Yeah,
Instead of you going to get it, sucker. Boom. A guy gets bad customer service on the phone, and he waits for the customer service survey at the end. That's
Whitey
so
stands
white.
in the post office.
Yeah.
Waiting to exhale aromatherapy. How about that?
Whitey got mail. Boom. It's just a guy waiting. It's a guy that shows up with one of those, sorry we missed you, USPS.
Need a
Sheet.
And stands in line for like an hour and
Yeah.
a half. Oh my god, I bet Wes Anderson would love to do that film.
Marissa goes to the DMV.
He has
And
a
she
license.
she has a conversation about all of her kids and what sports they play with the lady in the line next to her.
And the lady cares.
Yeah.
Okay, I need
Road
to look-
rage. It's a soccer mom in a van filled with kids, and she's honking her horn at the car in front of
We
her.
were
'cause
gonna
mom-
cover Fred Williamson movies, but holy shit.
No, we are not.
All I'm thinking though is like, okay, now is the perfect time to invest in like essential oil diffusers and just have an essential oil diffusing company.
Light bulb
That's
ring.
Sensi.
Just product placement for every single movie.
Graham,
agree.
you had some ideas.
Yeah, I can't remember what they are now.
It was Kraft instead of Shaft. It's just a white dude.
It's kind of cheesy.
Yeah. He
Who wants
stumbles.
to have magic powers but can't because he's just in a regular world. where
There
there's
you
no-
go. That's it. That's the plot right there.
Or what was the other one we could go with? It was the Kraft family. Right? Their struggles with owning the Patriots. No? Not good? Oh, fuck
You got it.
Who the fuck
That's
are you?
like too much money. You want to go more boring.
Not for
Gotta
the
go more lowbrow.
He's an envelope stuffer.
Certified
What?
pre-owned Audi, the movie.
certified pre-owned anything that isn't at a pawn shop or a pay by the week.
The guy who designs the menus at Starbucks.
Let me check the blue book. The blue book. The movie.
Just got this off lease.
Oh man. Whitesploitation. It's our.
Honda
It's,
Civic, the movie.
it's the fucking
Wait,
time for
just
it.
call it Roy,
Honda Civics
and
are
it's just
Puerto
a
Rican.
basic dude
All right.
who, where you got Morty, Rick and Morty, or the Roy game. Essentially, it's just that.
Yeah.
Just dies from a carpet falling on top of him after spending his entire life.
Irregular
Working in a
flow.
carpet
The
store.
movie.
Yeah.
Right? Like different sizes. Get the fuck out of here.
Could definitely have like a real life of soccer moms spin-off reality TV show.
Instead of like NBA wives or whatever.
Yeah.
Daytime wine drunk.
Box one.
Oh,
The
man.
Franzia film.
Now, see, instead of coffee, which was an excellent blaxploitation film, you have like triple half calf soy latte.
The
Don't
Sutter,
forget
the
about
Sutter,
matcha lattes.
the Sutter Home Chronicles.
Just Boone's Farm. It's just living on a
I
farm.
feel like any movie that is that much, where you're throwing out that detailed of a coffee is like just throwing money at Starbucks.
Yeah, I don't even know what like the hey, this is a funny Starbucks order is anymore. Like I'm so far outside of the know. It's that like they started like selling like flat whites, right? Like that was their new thing for a while.
All of them are hilarious.
Oh, dude, it's all about the blonde espresso now.
Yeah.
Because that's espresso, apparently.
It's all it is just
The light roast.
blonde coffee. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super light roast, which is less acidic. So people who get like ulcers and stuff like that, they can actually typically get away with drinking it. If you get acid reflux from coffee, then switch to blonde. But don't get Starbucks blonde. There's many coffees out there that are better.
I like my coffee cheap and burnt to a cinder.
Oh, so you like Starbucks but cheap?
Yeah, like cheaper
like
though.
Seattle's worse, dude.
Do you like dumpster dive behind the Starbucks and take all the old coffee?
Like the stale day old like $8 protein pack snack packs. That's what I live on.
Yeah. The
I
one
can
that
just
tastes
like see you being a fine connoisseur of Seattle's best in like 5 o'clock.
Dude, drink gas station coffee on the regular. Like, I worked delivery for a while and I got really used to drinking really shitty gas station coffee and it completely broke me. Like, I can drink just straight up bitter battery acid at this point.
Yeah. Try what's your recipe, Steve? What's the one where I said that's what it tastes like? But in a good way?
With vape trains of Arabica coffee.
Yeah.
Barely awoke.
Steve nailed that gas station coffee in that recipe.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
That was the goal. That was the goal. That was requested by Concrete there.
Dude, I'm all about that gas station coffee life. The fuckers over here with a French press. Give me a jug of fucking Folgers and an old ass like heating kettle. That's what I need.
Gray water.
A percolator.
Ooh, percolate.
A percolator.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude. I've had some like I'm used to gas station coffee. That fucking cowboy coffee thing that people make when they're camping is still fucking awful. That percolator stuff.
Yeah, there's always so much grinds in your coffee.
No, it's like drinking bitter silt.
Asshole juice. Cowboy coffee.
Sounds enjoyable.
I mean, I'm not.
I feel like people probably just
during a hangover.
boil it. You sit there and you're boiling coffee for a while, so it's gonna be schwill.
I feel like I don't have like the mental bandwidth to give a shit about coffee. Like I get that it's a thing that people care a lot about, but
you have the taste buds for it.
I don't care that like part of the thing about coffee, like good coffee wakes you up because it's A, way too goddamn hot, and B, it tastes like shit. Like that wakes you up quicker than like a subtle like green roasted coffee with notes of, the beans that passed out of a civet's ass.
Yeah, no, that's that you have your wake up cup, you're right, like that, but like afterwards, if you want to keep drinking coffee,
you're a connoisseur. You are. Look at you, how cute.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I'd rather drink Coke than Shasta, but I get it now.
Don't say Shasta.
It all makes sense now.
You got it right there. That's beautiful. I love that. You just got that right as you were speaking. That's funny. That's funny.
I drink coffee black. Like,
Same.
Fuck all that extra stuff.
I drink coffee black, and if I have the opportunity, I throw some ice cubes in there so I can drink it quicker.
You burn your fingers out. Who are these people that need it extra fucking hot? I don't get that. Someone's so hot I can't drink it.
I'm again enjoy burning off the entire roof of your mouth in one go and no longer having taste buds.
Well, see, if you burn your taste buds off, it's a benefit because you can drink it, nonstop. It's like water.
But of course, if you end up having it so hot and you swallow quickly and you don't have any feeling left in your tongue, you're now destroying your entire esophagus.
Well, that's part of the.
That's
You could make a career.
Like
You
in
could make a
America.
career in porn. I mean, in that situation.
I think that it'd be damaged in a way where you wouldn't
Really?
be able to do that. Like you just destroyed the lining of your esophagus, and now you're gonna have a dick tear through it.
Yeah. You got a point. You got a point.
I mean, if it's just numb, then
So if your goal is to be in porn with that type of exercise, you should probably not drink coffee that's scalding hot.
Probably not
Yeah.
doing coffee.
or eat pizza before it's cooled.
Yeah.
Coffee and
Dude, that's why Americanos are a thing.
I mean, I kind of feel like that was Sasha Gray's like prep work to everything she did.
cocaine also numbs your throat,
Yeah, true.
so you don't have to burn it off with fucking coffee. You can skip right to the cocaine. I'm pretty sure that's why they do it. That's why I do it.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. We're taking advice. We're taking advice from the guy who's so confused about deportation. He runs around in circles for 45 minutes.
I'm pretty sure I want you deported.
Later.
I just want to say on record that I support all Mexicans being here because it takes business from Taco Bell and we have more authentic taco trucks. So I just,
I just glad they're doing everything I'm never gonna do. That's all.
Didn't you post a Facebook picture about Taco Bell today?
Who,
He loves
me?
it.
Yeah.
No, the other day, yeah. The double XL steak nachos, they're actually pretty fucking good. They don't give you enough of it, but it's pretty good.
Is that what you're doing now?
That's
But
why
it's
you
not
just
authentic
get, That's
Mexican.
why you just get 6 loaded grillers, dude.
Good point.
Fuck paying
I wanted to
extra
try it.
for
They
an
have like that
XXL thing.
They have that advertisement just like smack dab in front of the building. Like that's the first thing you see,
Yeah.
Those naked chicken tacos though are trash.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they're not trash. They're good, but it's not right. Like it
It's
doesn't
bland.
taste right. Yeah, it's bland and it just doesn't like there's no crunch, you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't feel right like eating a taco that's with a chicken shell.
So they accurately named it naked
Yeah.
chicken. Okay.
Like no, they use a chicken breast
More
like
things
patty
compared to chicken.
as a taco shell instead of like an actual taco shell. It's like it's all right, but it's like it doesn't work.
The texture is just all
Yeah,
off.
it doesn't work. You need an actual taco shell for a taco.
How are you gonna have a taco shell that's not crunchy?
I mean, even soft, but like it's just I don't know. Chicken's not it.
We don't do soft around here. It's hard or nothing.
I don't know, dude. Just it's odd.
Hmm.
I got it once. It was like okay, it's not bad. Never mind it again.
Probably because they didn't kill enough chickens, so they needed to kill more because they love killing chickens.
I thought they used cardboard.
Well, to cut their throats, I think. Chickens, you mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Neither do I. I'm fucking lost.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Have you guys ever seen a movie called Killer Joe?
I think so. A long time ago.
That's Matthew McConaughey in it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just watched that. I'm so fucking confused behind that movie. What happened at the end?
It's been a while.
It's like this crazy chick was like, I'm pregnant. And then this other dude, they just got done beating the shit out of each other with a can of green beans, right? And they're doing all of this stuff for like a settlement, some kind of, because they killed their mom. And like for her life insurance policy, it was like $100,000 or something. And they all got set up in this weird fucking like, I don't know what to call it, man. It's a weird dynamic between all of them. Like this 20-year-old retarded sister is fucking a cop that's also a killer. But at the end, she's like, I'm pregnant. And then she holds a gun on dude. And then the screen goes black. It's like, what the fuck? There's no answers to this film.
Spoiler alerts.
I'm suing.
I don't care.
In case somebody was really looking forward to watching a largely forgotten 2007, maybe? Matthew McConaughey vehicle where he kills people.
It's 2011, I think, is when it was released, actually. But, but I mean, the whole movie is like that Cloud Atlas kind of, vibe where you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I literally just gave you no spoilers. Like, it's so confusing. You'll forget everything I just said.
I doubt I will.
You doubt you will?
I doubt
I
I will.
forgot it because I'm never gonna.
Yeah, I
bother
wasn't
watching
even
it
listening
again.
to the first part, so yeah, I'm lying.
Are you not a Matthew McConaughey fan? What's
No.
wrong with you?
It's one of those things where it's like now he's got so many goddamn movies that there's a couple that are good and the rest are trash.
When you put
Okay, that's fair.
It's one of those you just took too many jobs, and now like the body of work is like there's a couple that are shining and great examples, and then there's a couple that are like this
he's
is
like
a
a way
terrible
less
script.
So he's like a way less effective Johnny Depp, pretty much.
Wall Street.
Yeah, it's like all of those that ended up taking too many scripts, and now they have some really shitty movies.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo's gold. Can't say that.
No, man, he's got a ton of garbage movies.
No, I know.
He's been underwater for too long.
Are you insulting The Beach? Because I feel like that was a pretty good movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Something happened with his eyes recently, though. You know what I mean? Like he looks like he's been holding his breath for too long or something.
Hey guys, did we ever ask Steam Room the would you rather questions?
Oh God.
No, these are great though.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Oh, no.
Let's look them up.
That's on the back of that.
Wait, what?
Oh, let's go.
Is this going to be sexual in nature? I hope so.
Oh, the majority of them will be sexual in nature.
Okay.
Most certainly.
Okay.
God, I hate Reddit's
Did we have to
redesign.
each of these? We did, right?
I think we did, and she denied to comment on most of them.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we did. Because I know she wouldn't deny to comment on any of them.
I don't remember.
Okay, Steam Room. Would you rather that every song you listen to slowly turn into All Star by Smash Mouth, or every movie you watch slowly turn into Shrek?
Shrek.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Shrek. All Star was our like theme in high school for our football team, and it was like played fucking through the entire week, every week. So yeah, Shrek all day.
Okay.
I think I go All Star because I can just turn the music off.
You
Couldn't
can't
stop
turn
the
off.
movie?
Yeah, but then you don't.
Who's
get to know
forcing
what
you to
happened.
watch movies?
You know what happens? Shrek.
She's
I
the kind
feel
of person that watches movies with subtitles.
Like I want,
Fiona
I want
returns
a
to
movie
the swamp
that
with him.
actually has an ending, you know?
Yeah,
don't
but
get
then the beginning of that song will get stuck in your head for the rest of the day, and you'll never be able to finish it.
Yeah, she just changes the rules.
Used to skip ahead 10 seconds thing constantly.
Would you rather lay in a bed full of dead crickets or a bed full of live crickets?
Live crickets, so much more fun. Dead crickets don't do anything. At least you could feel like you're getting massaged by like a million tiny little hands.
I'm gonna go with live crickets. I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna roast them and then I'm gonna eat them.
You're not going to salt them or anything, just naked?
No, I will. I mean, I'm gonna cook them.
Concrete
okay.
would rather
Gotta season
sleep on
them
a
up.
bed full of live crickets because he sleeps nude, and it's the only way his girlfriend would look at him naked.
I've got a tricker with bugs.
Hey, babe, look at this Madagascar cockroach I found.
How can you say that about concrete, man? Look at that muff mouth. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that doesn't mean he has to be naked. She doesn't want to see that shit.
It's all a mess from the mustache down, basically.
Would you rather, now Steam Room, Clayton, listen to this one. Would you rather fuck a goat and nobody knows about it, or not fuck a goat but everybody thinks that you fucked a goat?
Goat has a mighty fine puss. I heard. Think about it.
Now it feels like if I admit this, people are going to automatically assume I fuck goats. Either way I answer.
Well, you're in Virginia.
What does that mean? It's not West Virginia, dude. We're completely two different entities.
Just west. Like a little that didn't trickle in. Come on.
Can I be an Indian working in an IT center?
No.
No.
Nope, you're Clayton Moneymaker.
Fucking A, man.
So how would that work for me though? Because I'm a girl.
Would you rather have a goat fuck you and nobody notice? Or would you rather everyone think that you got fucked by a goat, but you actually didn't?
How is that even a question?
Goats have you.
I think I'd rather have people think that I fucked a goat than
I
actually
get my nut off with no
have a goat.
repercussions. Let's do it.
And people don't think I'm a fucking weirdo. Yeah, no, let's get that popping.
I don't want a goat dick in me.
Where do I sign up?
I mean, OJ kind of got famous again, more famous after people thought he killed what's her name. Even if he did, it doesn't really matter now. But
That's a good point. That's a good
I mean,
point.
is it goats? Is it goats or is it sheep? They say that
Steam
is
Room.
like
Steam Room has found a base that can stand his videos.
Hey, so
Doesn't
is it
matter.
goats? Is it goats or sheep that are supposed to be like a
Oh,
female human?
sheeps have a very human-like vagina, apparently.
But you
I
would
was
think
gonna say that's an easy go for it if it's a
That
sheep,
happens
but
to
it's
a lot of
a
people.
goat.
they pick the goat. That's what happens. They realize
And
it's
you
not
gotta fuck the goat in the ass.
very
I mean,
Am
I'm
I-
still doing it. That's fine. Whatever.
Am I wearing protection? Because I'm not trying to have any minotaurs or anything.
wear a lambskin condom.
I don't think that's how genetics work, but sure.
I mean,
I
never
mean,
know.
I'm pretty sure that everything I've learned has taught me that that's not how genetics work. But go ahead.
Gonna give birth to a satyr out of its
Now-
ass.
Take that one.
They're getting harder, Steam. They're getting harder if you notice.
I'll take one for the team, man. I'll take one for the
These
team.
ones, they're definitely getting harder.
I'm ramming that sheep, bro. I'm ramming or goat. I'll ram them both. Bring the sheep and the goat. I got it. I got this. Menage a trois.
Okay. Would you rather burn to death once or drown twice?
I'm only dead once. If I kind of
Yeah, but it's a lot more painful.
how? What, burning?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to drown me once, I don't know, dude. That sounds pretty awful. I just watched
Because-
2 people drown on a
because
Facebook video. That was pretty fucked up.
Drowning. When it comes to drowning, you pass out before you die, anyways. So you don't actually feel the pain, but you do go through that panic of actually drowning. Whereas burning to death,
I'm
you're
sure
fully
inhaling
aware.
water doesn't feel great, but
Well,
but
no,
with-
you
with
aren't
burning
aware
to
of
death,
that.
You inhale the fire and the smoke. So you're gonna. It's both are painful.
And one triggers like every single nerve on your body.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the flames because I'm going to go out like a badass.
That
Viking.
makes me feel like I can't move when even thinking about that.
Now,
Can't I just jump out of a plane
You
and
can't change the fucking
not
rules.
have
man.
to
You can
shoot
start
people?
changing the rules.
I'll go with drowning because I get at least I'm gonna get revived once. I might have a second
No.
chance to.
Fight out of it.
Yeah.
I only go for Linkin Park songs.
What?
What? All I heard was Linkin Park songs.
Fuck you, Jerry. Just fuck you.
okay,
Concrete or
would you
Linkin Park fan?
okay.
I'm lost.
Okay, this one's not so much would you rather. Oh, this one is would you rather. Your mom and your girlfriend switch bodies.
Oh God, that's.
Would
fucking
you
scary.
rather fuck your mom's body with your girlfriend's brain in it?
Why do you got to put that in
Or
my brain,
fuck
dude?
your girlfriend's body with your mom's brain in it?
Again.
How is this even a question? You fuck your mom. It's funny.
You're fucking your mom either way, dude. I mean,
You're either fucking your brain or her mind or your fucking
Ow.
body.
What are you talking about? So you're thinking like the
Concrete's like, I came from there. I'm no stranger.
I came from there. I'm going back in.
Been there before. What the fuck are you talking about?
and
I
let me
want
ask
to
you.
mention though. Think about it this way: your mom had to birth you, right? And she's older, right? So her stuff's not gonna be as tight.
You're gonna be fucking your mom for a while. Is the point?
Yeah.
I got the little loophole. I got the loophole. So I'm gonna rock the shit out of that bitch, and I'm gonna knock her out. That way she's unconscious. The brain is still there, but then I'm gonna bang her out, and then it's a done deal. It's my
Just
girlfriend's
root
body. Girlfriend. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
So you're doing the girlfriend and your mom.
So you're
StopGap
just
does not condone
Well-
raping your mother while she's in your girlfriend's body.
Why'd you smack me, Colton?
yeah, like you just threw a rape charge on top of that, bro.
It's my girlfriend, bro. She can't
No,
take
your
it.
mom and your girlfriend.
You can rape your wife. What do you mean you can't rape your girlfriend?
girlfriend's gonna come back and go, "What'd you do on Tuesday?" Your mom's gonna forever be like, "Why'd you punch me?" And that's what's
Just get her so drunk. No, that's still rape.
yeah, not really.
There can't. It has to be sober, and it can't be rape.
Oh, what the
Wait,
fuck?
that means your mom has to be willing to do it with you in the first place.
Yeah, you have to talk her into it and everything. Like,
Is it your
Before you,
your
because
mom, or is it like a stepmom?
real mom, they love you to death. They want you to be happy.
Yeah, let's not give anybody an easy out here. It's your actual fucking mom.
Yeah, it's not no fucking Pornhub mom.
You're putting me in some awkward
Now then,
positions.
would you rather fuck your mom's brain in your mom's body or your girlfriend's brain in your girlfriend's body?
Wait.
I hope my girl
Concrete.
doesn't have any brains.
That's an easy one. I would hope so.
We'll just assume I'm gonna say the right thing. Yeah.
Concrete's still picking his mom. He wants to get back up in there. He misses.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He said
Mom.
that's the only time I wasn't sad.
It's all been downhill from there.
Now, Steam, would you rather shit 500,000 gallons of mayonnaise or
sounds
one
fun.
single shuriken?
The fuck's a shuriken?
A fucking ninja star, all right? It's
Just asking.
Okay, funny story. Tonight I was sitting here talking to a bunch of buddies out there, and they showed me a video of a guy who, I don't know, you might have seen this, but he took a mason jar and sat on it until it was concealed inside of his anus,
And then it broke.
and then it broke. You've seen it?
Why have you been watching
I
these things
saw
on
that
Facebook?
like a decade ago, man.
that's
Oh, is that old?
that's-
Okay, I
Old.
literally just seen
that's
it.
Jar Guy.
He's got a goddamn.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then
That's
he's
it.
just pulling glass
It was like-
out of his rectum, and it's just blood everywhere. I'm like, did he
Yes.
survive that? Like,
I have no idea.
Why would you willingly watch that?
Dude, it's one of those things where it's like, there was a car wreck and there's mutilation everywhere. You're just like,
did you watch Two Girls, One Cup? Because I'm pretty sure nobody wants to willingly watch that, but how many people fucking watched it? And
I didn't watch it. Like,
I didn't
why
watch
would you?
didn't?
Why would you watch stuff like that on the internet when you can just like close a fucking window?
His whole
Like-
face.
It's the what the fuck is happening here? Oh my god factor. It's like, why do people subscribe to what the fuck on Reddit? Or like
on his
Yeah.
people
It's 'cause
enjoy
we're all on
the-
4chan
the
and
super
shit.
fucked up shit. They enjoy that adrenaline of being like completely shocked.
Go on his face. You won't enjoy it. You will not enjoy it. He's got pictures, videos of people getting fucking something poured on their face, and it's like melting their fucking face. I don't even know what the fuck
It's
that
called
is.
acid.
I don't think it was acid. Was it acid or was it like hot?
Acid
I mean, I
melts
don't know
your
other
skin.
stuff that melts the face.
in cheese.
No,
Yum.
no. It looks fucking hot.
Yeah, but it's the shock factor, concrete, man. I mean,
Graham,
Yeah, and I mean,
it's
I made
not the acid that you take.
No, I know. That's what I was wondering. I'm like,
I made a joke about fucking my mom. Like, I get the fact that there's a shock factor there. It just like seeing that visually when it's something that you can avoid is probably not my cup of tea.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
So I want to hear the next question.
No, you guys have to tell me if you'd rather shit 500,000 gallons of mayonnaise or a single shuriken. Now this is different for you, Alicia, because I feel like 500,000 gallons of mayonnaise would be really painful.
I'd already like the shuriken or whatever. It probably is about equal pain that I get.
Yeah,
on
right.
occasion
So
anyway, so
that's a non-issue. That's an easy answer for you.
yeah.
Steam Room, would you rather shit mayonnaise for the rest of your life? Essentially.
I don't see the problem.
Or
I'm going
could you
with the Ninja
imagine
Star, bro.
wiping mayonnaise? Graham,
I'm good
how
on that.
long would you sit in the fucking bathroom just
Wet wipes, man. Wet wipes.
Forever though, you're never stopping.
there?
Wait a minute,
Hold
wait a
on.
minute,
Mayonnaise
what
has
happens
oil
if
in
you
it.
If you want to fuck with somebody, you would just shit into a jar and then use that to make like, I don't know, fucking some sort of a potato salad and bring that into the office and be like, oh yeah, I made homemade potato salad.
Alicia, you can never trust a sneeze, a cough, a fart. Like, if you're shitting mayonnaise, you can't trust your own bodily functions. You sneeze and you got a fucking dollop in your pants.
Imagine standing in the grocery store in line and you're like right in front of a really old lady, sweet and innocent, sitting there talking to you. Achoo! And then a squirt of like white cream comes sliding out of your pants all over the place. Everywhere.
They're like, what the fuck is that?
I'm taking mayo.
You see, this long time ago, I was asked this question. Became reality. So I opted for mayonnaise over. That's not mayonnaise. No, dude, it's mayonnaise. Everyone would believe it's not mayonnaise. I'm just saying.
Well, but you're still shitting mayonnaise.
Like, that would be a lot of semen, though.
Right?
And it's also, if it's coming out like that, something ain't right.
Well, he's obviously on Ropex if the situation is like that. You know.
Would you rather have vagina lips for eyes for eyelids or a foreskin around your neck that you can pull up to your hairline?
Clearly the foreskin.
What in the
Fun shit with that.
Wait, what was the question?
Like a built-in.
Would you rather
fucking-
have labia eyelids or a foreskin around your neck to pull up to your hairline?
What?
Your eyes are
Like a built-in turtleneck?
right below your nose.
Where
Yeah,
the fuck did these
it's
come
all-
from?
So either you have difficulty seeing, or you have a skin face mask.
You're gonna be having fucking periods out of your eyes. I'm going with the
No,
foreskin.
labia does not mean you have. It doesn't mean you have ovaries in your eyes. It just means you have labia lids.
Could you imagine the
I didn't know about the
farts?
rest of the anatomy. That wasn't part of the question. I mean,
Do you
No,
not
it's
know
just
what-
eyelids. It's
I'm just
eyelids.
assuming.
Vagina is?
Graham,
Yes. I'm
Steve,
just
did
assuming,
you go to-
obviously.
Did you go to?
I'm just assuming.
You went to public school, didn't you?
Obviously. We're supposed to assume you know what a vagina is?
I'm a fucking vagina. I'm the click commander. You don't know this by now?
You probably can't find the click, guys. It's the little man in the
I
boat.
can't. I can't. I need a map.
It's
A
funny.
big one.
But wait. Do you know labia like that term at least?
I know. I'm just saying. I'm wondering
Like labia
if,
minora, labia majora.
to explain the rest of the question. Does
Wait,
the rest
is
of
it
the,
the labia minora or the labia majora? Because there's a big difference there.
How big?
how big?
It's both. You got like lizard eyes.
Yeah. Okay, tell us.
All right.
Now,
Yeah,
I'm going with the turtleneck. I'm going with the turtleneck.
I
imagine the
think I would
fart
do
noises.
turtleneck too.
Imagine the fart noises you could make. You pull that motherfucker up and just go.
Well, I mean, I go to the festivals and shit, and I'll wear a mask anyway, so I could just be like, and
Yeah.
have a skin mask.
You're gonna end up
You
with-
could tattoo
That'd
it.
be creepy
You
as
could
fuck.
tattoo it with a smile.
But what's the maintenance on this?
Cheshire
thing?
cat.
Don't you run
Yeah,
the
now
risk of
you gotta
infection?
now you
Like,
gotta wash like in your neck every day.
Oh god.
Oh, okay.
man.
I'd
Would
be
you
like, hey, can we bring back the Jews?
would you rather have the most foul, loud, and consistent flatulence every day of your life, or 4 times a year, randomly and obviously shit yourself?
What?
So you
Okay.
either
I mean, the dude that like burps everywhere and can like sing songs with burps and stuff. He's famous.
you either fart loud and horribly every day of your life, or you obviously shit your pants 4 times a year.
With the flatulence, I can make a living off it.
It's,
Shitting myself, not so much.
it doesn't cost you any money.
No, I'm saying I could start a YouTube channel about
Yeah.
flatulence. People love that kind of shit.
If you shit your pants, that's 4 pair of pants every year that you have to buy. I buy
Yeah.
like 1 pair of pants every year.
starting at a negative. Gotta fight back.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have Crohn's disease. Both of those things are totally an option for me.
Yeah, it's like, that's like
It
some-
really, like,
Wide open. Wide open.
I mean, like
making fun of her.
the farting happens a lot, but it's never smells. Well, very, very rarely smells, and it like never makes any noise. It's like wind escaping.
It's like
Fucking Grimes is so hard right now he could cut glass.
Would you rather not be able to tell the difference between a muffin and a baby, or change gender every time you sneeze?
Ooh, that could be fun.
That could be fun.
I'd be super into that.
Imagine
I sneeze 3 times
that's a literal
I sneeze
superpower.
3 times in a row.
Imagine a sneezing
time I
fit,
sneeze.
though. Imagine a sneeze.
Okay, but like if I change gender, do I still look like myself but with a vagina? Because that's a drawback. Nobody
No,
wants to
you
fuck
like
this.
you like grow tits too. You like, oh, never mind.
No, wait.
Yeah,
grow
you look like
Basically,
yourself.
I
You
would
literally have a
change
cooler
gender and
superpower
also
than
down to
Ant
that.
Man. Like you would instantly be cooler than Ant Man.
Everyone's cooler than Ant-Man. though.
Exactly, but like you'd actually have a bona fide superpower then.
Imagine being in the middle of like boning and then sneezing and changing.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, I'm getting my ass kicked.
You're laying into it, and it's like,
But I feel like most chicks would be into that. It's like you're the dude.
No, but think about it. Think about it. For me, like
You
if I
start
were to do that,
scissoring
I'm
immediately.
like
Just-
fucking a dude or something like that, and all of a sudden I'm a dude.
yeah. I mean, your strap on,
Best prank
your
ever,
strap
yeah.
on would then be sitting on your dick.
Hilarious.
It's weird.
That's only for concrete.
Like I said, I'm fucking into it. Let's get weird with it, man.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh my god, this turned into a very weird show. Oh my god.
Gender is a spectrum.
Well, don't you remember the fuck kill Mary thing from the other week?
I've seen that.
I said I would
Discord?
fuck concrete with a strap on. That was my plan.
Would you rather your father slowly become a potato or a potato slowly become your father?
There's a difference.
One ends up as your actual dad. The other one is your actual dad, but ends up as a potato.
I feel like at this point it wouldn't matter because my dad's dead, so it became. I mean, it wouldn't change anything.
Oh, just had to bring the room down, didn't you?
Well, no, because if your dad started turning into a potato,
Yeah.
then he'd grow more potatoes. But if a potato turned into your dad wouldn't die, wouldn't be dead.
It would be like a Pickle Rick situation.
But then you could have infinite dads.
And you could make
Oh,
Oh,
man.
shit.
No, you'd have infinite potatoes. They wouldn't really be your dad anymore, would they?
But do you eat your dad?
Well, the clones of them, yeah.
How do you stop yourself from eating your dad?
Especially when you think about French fries.
If it just kept reproducing, eventually it would take the
You
world
can't eat
over.
French fries for the rest of your life.
That's a mindfuck question right there.
It's only the first potato's your dad.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What about potatoes?
Yeah, you'd have to like go dig up. Never mind. I'm not gonna. Never mind.
Can you repeat the
That
question?
went morbid really quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry.
Can you
That mustache is changing you, bro.
No, I'm just like thinking in my head. It's like, okay, so now I have to plan that when my dad dies, I have to like put his potato in a jar, so I don't have to be terrified of eating potatoes for the rest of my life, because then I'll know it's not being cloned.
All right.
Oh, man, you're missing it.
All right. Would you rather have to sit in and watch your parents fuck every night
Oh, yeah.
for a year or join in once to stop it?
What do you mean?
You join the festivities.
Yeah, where's the what if?
What are the festivities? What are we joining?
Fucking.
You'd have to fuck your parents.
What's the problem here?
You would
Either
have
you
to
fuck your parents or you watch them fuck for a year. Like you fuck them once or you watch them
like-
fuck.
I mean, can I like have a tablet in front of me, something
Nope.
to occupy me,
no,
sort of?
No. You are compelled to watch them fuck.
I mean, can I pull a camera out and direct? Can we turn it into a monetized situation, or is it just
You
watching?
pull down a very similar wavelength there.
Oh, they talk you through it.
I mean, if you got to do it, you might as well benefit somehow. You know,
Stop changing the rules.
I'm not jumping in there. I'm gonna yank a camera out and press record on it. All
Because
right.
why?
Also, what?
How are we?
Here's how this concept got brought up in another show. You are forced to suck a dick. There's no way to get out of it. No way you don't suck this dick, right? Do you suck it good or do you suck it bad?
I thought it was the
Good.
one.
Am I pulling a Marilyn Manson?
I don't.
Wait,
You're
Wait,
not.
whose dick
what?
is it?
It's someone else's dick. You have to suck someone else's dick. There's no way to get out of it.
The concept.
I'm gonna do that shit so good that it's done in like 30 seconds.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
The concept is: do you do it good and quick, or do you just jerk it out, long and slow?
Well, you have
I
to
mean,
practice.
Well, good because I
You're
don't
a
want my
girl.
reputation ruined.
right?
It's a bit more difficult for you, Alicia.
wait. I guess the question would need to be changed then
Nah, because you like that.
to eat a pussy instead.
Yes.
Okay, Alicia, you're tasked with killing a third world country starving child, right? You have an injection that would kill them over the course of an hour, but they seize up during that hour and they end up dying from their heart, like just giving
just
out on
stab it?
them. Or you're given a club that you have to beat them to death with.
The second one.
You're gonna beat him with your hand.
Yeah.
So you would rather take the
I hit him in the head, they die instantly.
you'd rather
Like, they're
be
fucking-
more involved just clubbing this
Cambodian.
child to death than just inject them and be done with it.
Yeah.
Like you inject
That's like
them
a no-brainer for me.
once you finish.
Wait, is
once,
this kid?
Once
is this
you
kid
finish,
like crying?
hold on. Once you finish the act, you leave the room. So you inject the child, you leave the room. You don't see the after effects, or you have to sit there and beat it to death.
White's crying, talking about his mom.
Looking like Glenn on fucking Walking Dead.
So either I know that this kid's gonna be so I know what's in the needle. I assume then.
Yeah. So this is the dick sucking dilemma, except for you.
Yeah, I'd still probably just hit it with the club.
Wait.
So you do a slow blow job, is what you're saying?
So
no. If I hit it with the club, that would be quick and fast.
No, that's bad. No.
But injecting with the needle is long and slow.
Yeah.
Not for you.
How frail is the male ego that sucking a dick is somehow equivalent to killing a child?
It's there. That's where it's at.
Well, no. There's the thing is
equivalent for me
like,
be.
There's it's not a pun. I could be like, would you rather eat out a girl slow or fast? And she's like, I'll enjoy it. Like I can't think of any sort of sexual situation where it's like, no, I'll do it. I don't know which one I'd do, but I know I'd enjoy doing it, you know? So it's a bit different with Alicia.
You know, actually,
so I had to choose something.
Pussy, and then it will be different for me.
I feel like stinky pussies went away in 2007.
No, there's still girls that have
did
issues.
not.
I don't know.
They sour bitches out there right now.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's lots of them. I'm sure.
Is it really? Because I don't know. I think it's Mandela effect. I think they went away.
Okay. Moving on. What is the price for sucking dick, Steam?
The price?
Yep.
Yeah, how much do people pay you?
I'd do it for 10 grand.
I have never accepted any form of payment.
I would do it for 10 grand.
You just suck dicks for free then? Okay.
He does it for culture.
I knew it was coming.
If somebody came up to you and said, you just have to suck my dick till completion, and I will give you $10,000.
Probably a good bitch smack for that one. Probably.
Fuck no. That's 10 grand. Easy money. 10 grand for like 5 minutes of work.
Sucking a dick is easy money.
It can't be that fucking hard. Women do it.
Yeah, but
damn.
I mean, am I the only person to do it for a couple $100s?
Like pay my cab fare, sure.
Concrete. I'm sure that you would pay them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not how it works to the glory hole. A, everybody's there for the love of the sport. And B, if I could like make a decent living off sucking dicks,
you can. What do you mean?
For minimal effort, I mean, sure.
I mean, and
Yeah,
hold on.
you are the
Verb
truck
brings
stop.
up a good point. What if you aren't as good as you think you are when you're sucking this dick? I'm a
I
guy.
feel like this is
I'm
a
a guy.
coming out question.
I'm a
That's
guy, so I know that I'm good at sucking dick because I know what I like.
Yeah, but what you like might not be what somebody else likes.
The guys aren't that complicated. All right, we're not fucking women. All right, our orgasms are purely physical. We don't have to get into that mental situation where we're like, oh, I want to come. No, if you rub my dick enough, I'm going to come.
Yeah, but yeah.
So if your grandma started rubbing your dick enough, would it make you come?
Yeah.
Against my will, yes, and that's because men are purely physical.
But how would you even get it up? It's your grandma.
It's purely, once again, it's
you can
purely
have a mental
physical.
block, though. You can definitely get a mental block and not be able to even get it up.
Yeah, it's called cocaine.
Yeah. There's a threshold though. A mental block only works so much for physical stimulation.
Yeah, it works all the way up until when it's touched. And then it's go time.
You guys put me in a wonderful mind frame before I go to sleep. I just have to say that. If I have a fucked up dream tonight, each of you are having a private message that's going to be very vivid of what I envisioned in my dream.
Oh, please do.
I got you, bro. I will open up Microsoft Paint and paint a picture for you guys.
Are you going to use the 3D paint now?
I'm not that advanced, but I'll try. I will try.
Use the 3D paint.
I will try. I will put maximum effort forward.
But I'm saying, I'd suck a dick for 10 grand.
I don't think you would, dude.
I think you'd do it for $1,000.
I think
I
you
wouldn't
would
do
probably,
it for $1,000.
I think you would probably do it for a bump. I'm just.
Nah.
No, but his girl would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully most girls will.
She sucks dick for free.
Ooh.
Just for threats of physical violence. I mean,
There's
shit.
no blowjob like a free blowjob. I mean.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, next question.
Oh,
So I've
man.
heard.
I got dark.
Hold up.
You know what?
It always ends in violence towards women. I think there might be a problem on this show.
Yeah.
Why am I on this show?
Okay. Would you rather sit on a dick and eat some cake, or eat some cake and sit on a dick?
That's the same thing.
Did I say the same thing?
Comes before the other.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then would you rather sit on a dick and eat some cake, or sit on a cake and eat some dick? Sorry, I got it mixed up. It's really confusing.
That just comes down to
There's
do
no
you
way
prefer
I'm-
anal or oral? That's what
No,
that comes-
it comes down to you're getting cake, but you have to sit on a dick, or you get nothing, but you suck a dick.
oral or anal.
But you're getting something for the anal.
A
That
delicious
question
cake.
that question can't apply to me.
That is a huge step down from a $10,000 blowjob.
I
That's
will
a huge step.
totally sit on a dick while eating cake. I would totally do that.
Food play. Yeah, absolutely.
I have a feeling Mark Grimes is fervishly baking right now.
He's in a cake outfit.
He is throwing his fucking cabinets apart, trying to find some cake mix.
God damn it! Where's the flour? Jesus Christ!
I feel like I'm going to go the rest of my life without cake.
How many
What it feels
fleshlights do you think have your
You're
face?
gonna kill that man. You're gonna kill that poor sweet pervert.
Do you think there's any? I bet you there is. I think there's at least 5 fleshlights with her face painted on them. Glued on. I think there is.
A blow up doll that's wearing a purple haired wig.
If there's not, you need to market them, Graham. If there's not, you need to market them.
You just need to Graham.
Please
You really got to rethink the drill and attach it to a fan.
Here we go, Steam. Alicia, would you rather have your grandfather jack you off to full orgasm on a Ferris wheel, or be retarded for the rest of your life?
Retarded. People love retarded people.
Yeah.
They love them.
At least if I'm retarded, I don't really realize much is wrong.
True.
You don't
Like-
know if you realize much is wrong.
Gilbert Grape.
What if being
Like
retarded
if I had
is
Down
sort of
syndrome, I'd be fucking happy all the
what if,
time. And I
what if
wouldn't give a
being
shit.
retarded is like that locked-in syndrome for some people that have schizophrenia, where you're sitting there watching yourself do crazy shit?
I thought locked in was when you were in a coma and you knew it.
No,
Is that
when you're in a
locked
coma, but
locked
you're
in syndrome
fully
is
aware?
where like you're fully aware of your functions, but you cannot do anything about them. But but I have a friend who has schizophrenia, and when he went back on his pills, he told us that like the entire time that he wasn't lucid, like it was like he was sitting in the back of his mind watching himself do and say all of the crazy shit that he did and said.
That's awesome. You make big money for that.
So what if
No.
what if mental retardation is like that, but they don't have the
It can't be
social
the-
or mental capacity to communicate that to people?
Oh,
I think you're vastly underestimating people who are retarded. I mean,
I think you're vastly underestimating the
Hey,
quality of my
actually, you know what?
grandpa's hand jobs.
I could be autistic, and I could be like a super genius on
No,
something.
I'm not saying like, oh, you're a little bit silly. I'm talking you're sitting in line going,
Yeah, you have headgear on. And
you have the tics. You don't have like you're mute.
Like
you can't.
cerebral palsy or something.
No.
But you're fully mentally there.
that's
No,
what's
like I'm talking like severe Down syndrome.
40 IQ.
Severe Down
I'm just
syndrome
talking.
is-
Come here, Pat. That's what I'm saying.
Their mental capacity for severe Down syndrome is nil. And you'd also live a very short life, but you'd be relatively happy because you're not really aware of what's going on.
We don't know that.
I'd rather do that than have my grandpa touch me.
You don't know that.
No, they're pretty fucking happy, dude. It's pretty obvious. I mean, think about it. They have a helmet on.
Could be a unique experience. I mean,
sun's gonna break out.
You don't know how good
Although
your grandpa is at
still
hand
might
jobs.
touch you.
Yeah.
Grandpa's still right.
Would you
Still a
rather?
possibility. It's still on the table.
Would you rather run full speed everywhere you go, or everything that you say is yelled at full volume?
yelling. Absolutely. Everybody would be intimidated. You'd get everything you want.
You'd become president of the United States in
You would become
2018.
Donald Trump. You would become Trump.
Or you could just be the world's greatest Naruto cosplayer.
Wait, if it's the running one, you'd be that kid that's like running
Yeah.
down the hallway at school like a total dork trying to get to their next class.
Forrest
With a
Gump.
probably rolling backpack because you know that's what they do.
Oh my god. I do both. Can I loudly scream at people while I blaze past them?
I like that idea. Gotta go, guys! I'm in a huge hurry.
That's a superpower right there. Would you rather have a full-on orgasm every time you hug someone?
Yes.
Or you can only listen to Smells Like Teen Spirit for the rest of your life?
Orgasm.
Orgasm.
Every time you hug someone?
I already
You could
orgasm
just
when I
not
hear
hug
Smells Like
people.
Teen Spirit. So
If you really wanted to, you could just not hug people. Although it's a little hard to not hug people when it, like, you know, it's a family member or something. Like they kind of force the hug when they haven't seen you in a while.
they'd stop hugging
That's
you.
when you're
start
more into it.
orgasming every time you hug them. They would stop.
I'd be like, I have a condition. Don't hug me.
Here you go.
I'm contagious.
Steve, this one's more for you.
Uh-oh.
You're inside your mother while your father is inside of you.
Why is all the mom and dad?
Do you push back to get out of your mother or push in to get your father out of you?
It's a no-brainer.
No, this is by far the toughest one.
You're only halfway in, and he's only halfway in you, so. Steve, come back.
Back.
No, Das Moose.
Oh,
like
we're
we
not
said,
moving on? We're
like
not-
we said, you're inside of your mother while your father's inside of you. It's like a little train. It's like a happy little train.
Or after you nut.
Like a, she's here, you're here, he's like here.
You're in the middle.
The question doesn't make sense. Mom's here, right? You're in mom. Dad
Oh,
behind
okay. So
you.
you're the cream.
Dad
and they're
behind
the
you.
cookie. You're the cream.
Yeah.
They're the cookie.
Yeah, exactly. But you're only you got to be only halfway in.
It's a stack of 3 cups. Your mom's the bottom cup, you're the middle, and your dad's the top.
There's no right answer. There's no right answer to that one. I'm looking for wiggle room. There's none.
Plowing into the your dad.
So you just wiggle.
I
That's
see
what
it. I see what you did there.
You just vibrate.
God.
Fucking oscillating on that shit, bro.
Hey, Mark Grimes. Mark Grimes is committing to pushing in. He says,
You have to. You have to get yours.
I mean, I think that would be easier to live with. I think afterwards, probably.
I don't know,
You let him get his?
You're gonna have mom and dad issues no matter what goes down there.
Either way, you're not coming home for Thanksgiving again.
I mean, you're obviously already in a bad position because you're in your mom and your dad's in you. So, regardless, you've already done one.
Yeah, you're probably good. Your parents did a bad job. You're right.
Very, very.
I think concrete would just go back and forth.
Well, I mean, it's not like my dad's gonna be any more disappointed in me if he fucks me in the ass. So.
He
Concrete.
probably will stop talking to you for a while. though.
Concrete's just indecisive.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what I'm doing.
nobody's gonna automatically start loving me and giving me support either way, so I just go with it.
You can't get any weirder. You just can't.
That's the tough one. You
So
know?
what's your answer? Go forward or go backward?
Percolation.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. I don't know what the hell I'd do. I would beg for some kind of
Percolation is the process of a liquid slowly passing through a filter.
liquid is passing through you or passing through your mom in that situation somehow.
Yeah, you can nut it in.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
No, that's the end. That's
okay.
the end of the questions. It's that one. We got to answer it.
If she's on her back, I guess I'm pushing into dad so I can push him
Not on her back. She can't be. You're on her back.
I'm on
If
her.
you push into your dad, his dick is going further into your ass.
It's already in there. You might as well take the whole thing.
Yeah, but then he busts.
But you're already in your
That's
mom
could be the
too.
same thing about you being halfway in your mom. It's already in there. You could just go in the rest of the way and not have your dick further up your ass.
But if you go all the way into mom, isn't dad gonna fall forward further into you anyway? I mean,
No.
is he gonna disappear?
No. You go into your mom and you go out of your dad goes out of you.
So essentially, dad's gonna be like, "All right, fuck you, little asshole. I didn't like you anyway. You picked mom and then walk away." That's how that works.
Like I think you're focusing too much on the mechanics and
I
not
really
the
am because I'm the cream. I'm the cream.
Family and just
like the horrible implications of the scenario matter more than the actual physical mechanics.
Either way,
I'm thinking of a way out.
Twist.
You're
You
either
twist.
fucking your mom
You just
or-
twist.
Good twist. Good move.
like a spit roast.
Yeah, that would work.
You
Quick-
scrape the sides of both.
God.
Make them both happy.
What if his dick comes off in you? You know what I mean? Like,
What are you? Is
I
that a
don't
thing
think
that
penises
happens?
work that way.
I don't.
What-
Nothing's ever
where
been in
did
my
you
ass
learn
before,
about
so is it like a hug
sex?
type deal?
What, a salamander? What are you talking about? If it comes off in your ass?
It ain't great.
She said it ain't great.
That's something I
you
don't
also-
do because I have Crohn's. So
Could you like turn the tables and just sit there like a dead fish and see which one moves first?
No.
All three of
No.
you just sit
Mom
there
and
like,
mom and
just
dad.
play dead.
Mom and
Yeah,
dad are
just play dead.
static. They're static, right?
mannequin challenge.
See who's gonna be the one to move first and who loses?
I want to do a D&D episode.
I'm
About
down with
this.
that.
Does that mean what is it? The game or is that some is that code? What is
The
that?
game.
I'll get Verve to DM an episode one night.
It would be the most fucked up game. It'd be so great.
I know me, Jerry, and Shindo play.
Wow.
I know Concrete would be good at playing. Concrete would be so good at D&D. Holy shit.
I played a bunch of D&D in high school. Like I still liked D&D. It was cool.
Oh man. All right, well that's the show.
I think the audience is saying yes. They all want us to do a D&D episode at some point.
All right, Josh. I'll Verve. We'll set it up. Let me know when you want to do it. If you could write a one shot for us or run us through a prescriptive one shot, that'd be great. Maybe it could be a thing. Who knows? But
I feel like I'm gonna have to have a brain sweep after all of this.
/r/I bleach. The subreddit. Go ahead. You're welcome.
I don't think I'm gonna go to that.
No, it's good. It's definitely good.
Jerry,
That's how you make it. That's how you make it through the show.
But that's the show for tonight.
Are you hallucinating right now?
Thank you guys for tuning in for 2 hours and 40
No, I'm about
minutes.
to pass out.
Stay tuned for a D&D show for us. I'm not sure when that's going to come, but that'd be awesome. We're going to do it. We're going to do D&D. And we will see you guys next week after the 4th of July. Everybody have a great week. Everybody have a great holiday in the middle of the fucking week. And we will see you next week while I try to get the outro music going. Because I never get this ready in advance. Good night, everybody. Have a great holiday. Have a great week.
Bye.
Go blow shit up.
Don't fucking.
grandpa's into it. He's got those weird ropey forearms.
Grandpa's a pedophile.
Oh, my grandpa's pretty cool. I mean, granted, I don't want him to jerk me off or anything, but I gotta say, shout out to my grandpa. It's awesome.